Okay, thank you. I'm your host, Mr. Pat Marquez. Thank you for joining us. At this point, let us hear the thought of the day to be shared with us by the Senior Education Program Specialist for Planning and Research, Mr. Nenito J. Basaya.
Hello, good morning po sa lahat. Sir Pat, narinig po ako.
Yes po, delivery.
Ayan. Ayan, sige po. Sa ating Schools Division Superintendent, Roger, sa ating Assistant Schools Division Superintendent,
Hindi ko nga alam kung saan ako nila.
kay Sir Host and Tahani. May naka-open po yung camera. Ayan, sige po. So, Kev, assist lang po na thank you. And sa ating dalawang Chief Education Supervisors po ng SGOD, kay Ma'am Piling and kay Ma'am Au sa CID. And sa lahat po ng ating mga school heads present today, sa ating mga supervisors, the education program supervisors, and the rest of the participants to this ManCom meeting. Magandang umaga po sa lahat. I am in charge of giving you the thought for the day. So James, next slide please.
Ha?
Ayan. Papakita lang po natin yung picture po na yan na nagtatanong lang naman because alam po natin sa ngayong panahon, ngayon yung maraming mga paperworks na hiningi po sa atin. So tinatanong lang naman nito, which step have you reached today? Kahapon or this month? So maraming steps po yan. Steps 1 to 7 hanggang sa makarating tayo sa 8. Ang step 1, sinasabi niya, nandyan ka sa level na yan. Kung sinabi mo na I won't do it, nandyan ka sa level na yan. Number 2, I can't do it. Meron kang hesitation na gawin po yung trabaho. Na-reach mo na yung step 3, kapag sinabi mo sa sarili mo na I want to do it, ibig sabihin meron ka ng tawag natin dito, willingness na gawin po yung trabaho. And kapag tinatanong mo na yung sarili mo na paano ko ba gagawin yung work na ito, nandun ka na sa level 4. At kung nandun na yung eagerness mo ngayon para subukan gawin ang trabaho, nasa level 5 ka. And ang paniniwalang kayang gawin yung trabaho, nasa level 6 ka na ngayon. At sa second step para maabot yung trabaho, magawa yung trabaho, pinaniwala mo ng sarili mo na gagawin po yung trabaho. And then I will do it. And then kapag nagawa mo, masasabi mo sa sarili mo na, yes, I did it. Yun po yung binabanggit po natin na yung sa pinakahuli, whatever result na meron po yan dyan, effort po yung ginawa po natin dyan. Especially so, tayo po ay nagpapatakbo po ng school. Always remember na nandyan na po yung trabaho, kailangan po nating harapin, kailangan po nating sundin because ng mga division memoranda na nagiging guide po natin. Ano po, kung ano man po yung results po nito, ito lang po yung pwede po nating sabihin sa sarili po natin. Next slide please, sir. Yan. What you think of yourself is more important than what others think of you. Kung ano man po yung na-achieve po natin that day, kung ano man po yung nagawa po natin sa results ng naging trabaho po natin, kung naniwala po tayo sa sarili po natin, mas importante po yun kaysa sa iniisip po ng iba based sa nagawa po natin. Always remember also tayo po ay nagmamanage po ng school, tayo po ay nagraran po ng school po natin ay may sarili-sariling context. So just do your thing. Wala pong ibang po pwedeng magpatakbo po niyan kung hindi kayo because entrusted po yung responsibility sa bawat isang school head doon sa pagraran po ng school po niyan. Sana po ay may nakuha po kayo dito sa ating sa aking binigay po na shinare na thought for the day and maging guide po natin ito sa paggawa po natin ng ating trabaho na masabi po natin, yes, I did it. May maraming deadlines. Kapag na-meet po natin, yes, I did it. Yun lang po. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Such a timely and motivating thoughts for us to ponder, Sir Tong. Thank you for imparting your thoughts. Salamat po muli sa iyong magandang ipinag-share sa amin.
Hello? Ba't nawalang
Rinig na
internet?
po.
Naririnig na po?
Opo.
Our Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Roger F. Capa, OICASDS Sir Arnie Ventura, Chief of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Ma'am Aurelia Marquez, Chief of the School Governance and Operations Division, Ma'am Felina Padrones, Education Program Supervisors, our PSDSS, our Administrative Officer 5, Ma'am Sampayan, our Human Resource Officer, Ma'am Shi, Division and Unit Heads, School Heads, both the elementary and secondary, to each and every one, magandang buhay. Una sa tanan, ay agataw ako iisarang malipayin, igmayad nga adlaw kanindong tanan. Alyag kura ipaabot ang isarang mainit, igtidek sa aking tagipuson, nga pagresibi kanindo sa ating virtual meeting. An activity where all education leaders of SDO Palawan, the division which is maasahan, are gathered virtually to discuss matters in connection with the discharge of our duties and responsibilities, update each and every one is happening in the please no reason for us not to be happy. Patience is a virtue which a leader should possess. This is because the more you know yourself, the more patience you have for what you see in others. Let us always remember that all things are difficult before they become easy. what makes a teamwork. And lastly, there is virtue in work and there is virtue in rest. Use both and overload neither, for it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you do things differently, lead effectively, and lead efficiently. Matamang salamat, kaluyan kita atong Ginoong Diyos, mag-amblig kita tanan.
Minumute kasi ako na.
Ano nangyari?
Superintendent, serve the warm greetings. And yet we are for planning officer mag-mute.
Vince, pwede na mag-unmute.
Ito na ako na. For, ayan. To our Schools Division Superintendent Roger F. Capa, CSO 6, to our Assistant Division Superintendents, Sir Arnaldo G. Ventura and Sir Rufino Pos, and to our Chief of CID and SGOD, Ma'am Aurelia Marquez and Ma'am Helena. Good morning. I have the honor to present to you and inform you that on the registration, we have 784 participants, and now we have 570 participants in the Zoom all over Palawan, and including the personnel from the Schools Division Office. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Vincent, for acknowledgement of our participants. At this moment, let me take you to one of the highlights of this meeting, the inspirational message to be given to us by our beloved Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Roger F. Capa.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat, lalong-lalo na sa mga kasamahan ko sa Division Office of Palawan, at siyempre sa ating mga kasangga sa pagtaguyod ng dekalidad na edukasyon sa ating division, ng ating mga school heads sa iba't ibang paaralan sa buong Palawan. I would like to start by thanking all of you for your presence and participation to this virtual management committee meeting. Sana po nasa maayos kayong kalagayan, and I'm always praying for your health and safety in difficult times. This virtual management committee meeting is called upon to present the latest information and updates of our department's programs, trusts, and educational reforms, stress out solutions to our problems, and also solicit feedback mula sa ating mga field people. Mahalaga po sa amin ang inyong boses. Mahalaga po na iisa ang ating kaalaman, iisa ang ating action. And I've always believed in consultative, accessible, and approachable. Yung open po palagi ang communication channels natin. No? So, I believe that we can reach our purpose if we work together, collectively, and sa dinami-dami po ng mga nangyayari sa mundo, sa dinami-dami ng ating kinakaharap na suliranin. Ito ay ating maiibsan at mabibigyan ng solusyon kung tayong lahat ay nagtutulungan at nagdadamayan. Nais ko pong bigyang diin that the Schools Division Office of Palawan cannot do it alone. Kaya nga po, lagi tayo na mga pagtitipong ito para magkasama tayo, para maipaabot sa inyo ang mga kaalaman at makonsulta din kayo. We always count your valuable support and unceasing cooperation. Ipagpatuloy po natin ang pagkakaisa, and with God Almighty in our midst, we shall certainly achieve our goals. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
We are grateful of this opportunity that we once again we are able to pick up pieces of wisdom from our SDS Sir Roger through your message. Indeed, we're blessed to have you as our leader in the Schools Division of Palawan. Once again, may I request our presence in the SDS Hour, Sir Roger Capa.
Kebs, pakian ang presentation ko.
Ay namin siya, magdidire-diretso kayo sa gayon. Maagang celebration ng walang
Magandang umaga po muli sa ating lahat. I only have few items to share with you, and reminders lamang po, points for information and discussion. Unang-una po, next slide po. Next slide. Availability and accessibility of personnel during core work hours. At ito po ay yung DepEd Memorandum signed by Undersecretary Jesus Mateo last March 1, 2021. Nakalagay po dito, all DepEd, next slide po, all next slide po. Next pa. All DepEd personnel are required to complete the 8-hour workday or the 40-hour work week regardless of the type of AWA implemented in the office, school, or CLC. Each office should, next slide po. Each office, school, CLC shall ensure that at least one staff is present during the core working hours, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. of each workday in order not to prejudice public service delivery. So kahit po may alternative work arrangement tayo sa mga opisina natin, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga district at sa mga school na mga opisina, kailangan po hindi nawawalan ng tao doon, no? Sa mga opisinang 'yon. Kailangan merong naiiwan, hindi po dapat sabay-sabay na nag-work from home ang ating mga tao. Next, personnel under work from home arrangement shall make themselves available and accessible during agreed working hours and must be able to respond to directives, requests, and queries through agreed modes of communication with their immediate supervisor and co-workers. Kasi po may naririnig tayo na report na kapag tinatawagan ang sinasabi, ay sorry po, naka-work from home ako. Hindi madistorbo. Pag sinabing work from home, nagtatrabaho sa bahay. Kailangan open lahat ang inyong mga cellphone, ang inyong messenger, para kahit nasa bahay kayo, pwede kayong makontak at nagtatrabaho pa rin kayo. Kaya nga po, work from home ang tawag. Hindi po dahilan na naka-work from home tayo para hindi po tayo makontak at hindi rin tayo magtrabaho. Kailangan din po yan dahil required po sa atin ang 40 hours per week. Ngayon naman pong bakasyon ng ating mga guro na i-discuss din ni AO mamaya ay hindi po required na mag-report sa ating mga school kasi ito po ang oras ng kanilang bakasyon. Lalong-lalo na kapag tapos na ang kanilang mga report, huwag po ninyong i-require sila na pumunta sa paaralan, mag-report sa paaralan. Bakasyon po nila ito. Next. Intensify education campaign to address vaccine hesitancy among DepEd personnel. Napansin po ng ating direktor na masyadong mababa po yung porsyento ng nabakunahan mula sa hanay ng ating mga guro at empleyado. At lalo pa yung naglista na magpapabakuna. Medyo kokonti rin po at marami pa rin sa ating hanay ang wala pang interest na magpabakuna. So kailangan po magkaroon tayo ng advocacy campaign para po mahikayat ang karamihan sa atin o ang lahat para magpabakuna. And there are some LGUs that are requesting our school health personnel to assist in the vaccination. Pero ito po dapat ang gawin natin. Dapat po no direct involvement in the vaccination. Kung maaari, taga-BP lamang po yung ating mga nurses. And we also have to seek assurance that our nurses will be safe and protected. No? So I hope maliwanag po dyan na ang ating mga nurses ay mag-assist lamang po at hindi sila talaga yung magbabakuna sa ating mga kababayan. Next slide. Designation of TICs shall be done every year and shall be based on merit performance. Dapat po ang designation ng mga TIC ay nire-renew bawat taon. At nakabase din po ito sa performance nila and to be recommended by the Public Schools District Supervisor. Although the main focus of our PSDSS function is to provide professional and instructional advice and support to the school heads and teachers, pero pwede rin po silang mag-perform ng other functions assigned by proper authorities ng schools division superintendent. So yung mga TIC po natin na matagal nang na-designate, kailangan pong i-renew ang inyong designation. Okay? Next slide po. Transfer of teachers. I hope that we will all be guided with the DepEd Order number 22 series of 2013 on the transfer of teachers. Ganon din po yung ibang issuances ng DepEd. Hindi po talaga pwedeng mai-transfer ang teacher kung wala pa po siyang 3 years na nagtuturo, lalo na't bagong teacher. 3 years po muna bago maka-transfer. Stick po tayo sa guidelines. Pwede lamang po yan kung may kaswap siya, kahit wala pang 3 years, pwede po yung swapping. Pero yung lilipat siya na wala pang 3 years, bawal po yun. Bawal po yun ayon sa DepEd Order. Next, DepEd Order number 26 series of 2021. Balik muna, Kebs. National Technical Working Group to review and revise school districting policies. Nagkaroon po tayo ng bagong DepEd memorandum na na-release lang last May na magkakaroon ng review sa pag-establish ng mga bagong district sa isang division. And ayon po sa RA 9155, the regional director may establish additional school districts within a school's division upon the recommendation of the school's division superintendent. Regional director po ang nag-i-establish ng mga additional schools districts, hindi po ang superintendents. No? So, wala naman po tayong problema dyan. Mas gusto nga po natin na dumami ang mga district sa ating division para po maging maayos at matugunan ang serbisyo ng lahat ng paaralan. Pero kailangan po dumaan tayo sa tamang proseso. No? So, sana po tingnan din po natin yung mga requirements at palisiya natin tungkol dito. Okay, next. Next slide po. Increasing depths of our teachers. Nagiging concern na po ng DepEd ang mataas na bilang ng ating mga guro na nababaon sa utang or utang ng utang na hindi kina-consider yung kanilang capacity to pay. Sana po lagi po nating ipaalala sa ating mga teachers to be frugal and wise in spending their money. At maging tayo din pong mga school heads. Hanggat maaari po, iwasan nating mangutang sa ating mga subordinates, sa ating mga teachers, sa ating mga subordinates. Bawal po yan dahil ayon sa civil service, borrowing money from subordinates ay pwede tayong kasuhan administratively. So hanggat maaari po, reminders sa ating mga opisyal at sa ating mga school heads, iwasan po ang pangungutang sa ating mga teachers at sa ating mga subordinates. Ang pinakamainam po, maging wise po tayo sa pag-spend ng ating sweldo. Sabi nga po, kung maiksi ang kumot, matuto tayong mamaluktot para po hindi naman problema ang DepEd sa mga napapabalita na lumalaking at nababaon na utang ng ating mga guro at empleyado. Next slide po. Nakakalungkot po na sa record ng region, ang Palawan po has the most number of complaints filed at the regional office. Pero ngayon po sa nakalipas na ilang buwan, medyo nabawasan na po dahil kung kaya naman pong pag-usapan natin sa ating mga paaralan, sa ating mga opisina, pag-usapan na po natin. Huwag na yung magrereklamo o magkakaso agad tayo. No? Tayo din pong mga school heads, hindi po nangangahulugan na tayo ng school head, tayo na lagi ang masusunod sa ating mga paaralan. Kung minsan, kailangan din po tayong magpakumbaba. Mas maganda po kung nagtatrabaho nang walang iniisip na gulo, iniisip na sigalot, or iniisip na mga tampuhan, or iniisip na hidwaan. Natural lamang po yung may tampuhan sa ating mga paaralan or opisina, pero wag naman po yung hahantong tayo sa magkakaso, magrereklamo. Pag-usapan po natin. Let us make life easier for our people and ourselves. Mahirap po kaya kung meron tayong iniisip na gulo at sigalot. Okay? Next. Next slide po. Ito po yung Master's Degree Scholarship for Public School Teachers. Na-post ko po sa Gurong Palawenyo. Next slide po. Yung scholarship na ino-offer ng isang foundation. No? So, paki-check na lamang po sa Gurong Palawenyo. Baka po may mga interesado tayong mga guro. At alam niyo po, ako ay nakatapos ng aking MA na scholar ng Civil Service Commission. Nag-apply po ako ng exam and qualify. And then, kaya nga po ako nakatapos at marami pong benepisyo ang nakukuha kung nag-a-avail tayo ng mga ganitong scholarship. So let us encourage our teachers to apply dito po sa mga scholarship grants na ino-offer ng DepEd, ng Civil Service at ng iba-iba pang mga NGOs. Next slide. Yung mga diploma ng ating mga completers and graduates, yung iba po pinipirmahan ko po talaga kasi po naka-promo po tayo ngayong linggo. May early bird promo. Yung unang magsasubmit, pinipirmahan po talaga natin ang original. At nakita ko po yung ibang diploma magaganda. At yung iba namang diploma ay parang hindi na mabasa. Please po sa ating mga school heads, kung maaari po, ang diploma po yan ay dinidisplay ng ating mga estudyante, pinapalaminate at dinidisplay sa kanilang bahay. So kung hindi po maganda yung diploma at malabo, hindi po yan mababasa. Kailangan po, gandahan naman po natin dahil ang diploma naman po ay pwedeng i-charge sa ating MOOA. Kung minsan may nakita ko napakagandang diploma, nakita ko yung school head na nakapirma, nung sinearch ko sa Facebook ang pangalan, maganda talaga, maayos din ang kanyang mukha. Kasi kung minsan lahat naman ng ating mga trabaho, ng ating output, ng ating ginagawa, nagre-reflect din sa ating personality. Meron akong diplomang napirmahan na ang pangit-pangit at ang labo-labo. Tiningnan ko yung profile ng school head sa FB, ay confirmed nga at hindi na ako nagtaka kung bakit gano'n ang itsura ng diploma. Okay? So, school heads, tandaan niyo po yan ha, ang inyong output, ang inyong mga diploma, ang inyong report, ang inyong school ay reflection yan ng inyong personality. Next slide po. Okay. Reiterating our department's policy on political neutrality and maintaining our offices and schools as neutral zones. No? Although this is not yet an election year, 2022 pa, but this year is the best year to prepare for next year's elections, no? Kaya nga po nag-iikot na ang ating mga politicians, nagpaparamdam na. And in view of the forthcoming national local elections, all teaching, non-teaching, and teaching-related personnel are warned to refrain from engaging in partisan political activities or promoting any candidate or political party. Participation of government employees in partisan politics is prohibited under RA 6713 or the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees and the Local Government Code. Next slide po. Tandaan po natin, schools should be neutral zones. And similarly, our teachers and school heads should be non-partisan. No? Next slide. Political neutrality is a norm under RA 6713. And violations of this norm pertaining to election guidelines include but not limited to, isa-isahin po natin, pero hindi limitado dito, openly campaigning for a candidate or party, kasama po ang party list, by discussing credentials, qualifications, and platforms of particular candidates' party. The use of power to influence voters to support a particular candidate. Alam niyo po, meron akong kapatid na politician dati. Naging mayor siya ng bayan namin, naging vice governor, and then she ran for congresswoman, but she lost. And hindi po ako nakialam nung eleksyon. I kept quiet. At alam po yun nung nakalaban ng ate ko na hindi ako nakialam. Kaya nga po, nung siya ang naging congressman, sinuportahan niya ako todo rin bilang superintendent at binigyan pa niya ako ng 2 service vehicle para sa Division of Romblon. So, sana po maging neutral po tayo. Non-partisan po ang DepEd. Let us leave politics to the politicians. Bahala sila dyan. Okay? use of public funds and government-owned equipment and facilities for any election campaign. Bawal din po ang paggamit ng ating mga paaralan, lalong-lalo na equipment, kagaya ng sound system, gagamitin pa ang sound system na pag-aari ng school, bawal yon. Production, posting, and distribution of election materials, especially in schools, office premises, at kahit sa FB, sa Facebook, bawal din po. Lalong-lalo na ang ating mga schools ngayon, merong mga printers, merong mga na binigay ng LGUs. Bawal po yung gamitin sa pag-produce ng mga election materials, okay, ng mga kandidato. Okay, and then any activity showing partiality and partisan politics. Okay, next slide po. Engaging in the aforementioned prohibited acts is considered as election offense, with violators facing imprisonment and perpetual disqualification to hold public office. DepEd personnel found engaging in partisan politics will also be charged administratively. So hindi lamang po election offense yan, pwede rin po kayong kasuhan administratively. No? Next slide. Okay. Bago po ako magtapos, gusto ko po kayong pasalamatan lahat, at dahil naka 3 months na po ako dito sa DepEd Palawan, kasi po nag-start ako ng May, although June ako nag-report dito, but I was running the division to text and call during the month of May. And I am humbled po by the overflow of support given to me by Palaweños. Makakaasa po kayo that I will work hard to honor that trust and confidence that you extended to me. So sa nakalipas na 3 buwan, naging maayos po ang ating samahan, ang aming samahan dito sa Division Office of Palawan. Samahan na may respeto sa bawat isa, anuman ang posisyon. Naging maayos din po ang ating samahan at pakikisama, pakikitungo at pakikipag-ugnayan sa ating mga stakeholders, sa ating mga LGU, sa media at sa iba pang stakeholders. Sa nakalipas na 3 buwan, nag-number 1 po ang Palawan pagdating sa release ng sweldo at benepisyo ng mga teachers. Mula po May, June hanggang July, tayo po ang nauuna palagi sa buong Mimarupa region sa pag-release ng mga sweldo ng ating mga guro. At pinasasalamatan ko po ang ating finance people at ang kanilang mga kasamahan, kay Accountant Chit Umali, kay Budget Officer at sa ating cashier. Maraming salamat po, at dahil pagdating kaagad ng pondo, inaasikaso nila para ma-release kaagad sa ating mga guro. Sa nakalipas na 3 buwan, number 1 din po tayo sa mga contest. Naalala po nyo sa Gawad Si Club, napakarami pong paaralan ang na-qualify mula sa Palawan sa region hanggang sa central office. 11 po, 24 sa region, 11 sa central office. And we hope na may manalo sa national level. Nangunguna na rin po tayo sa mga submission ng ating reports. Kahit po geographically challenged po tayo, nangunguna tayo sa ating mga report sa regional office. At pinasasalamatan ko po ang ating CID, ang ating SGOD, ang ating mga EPSS, ang ating personnel sa maagap na pag-submit ng ating mga report. Lalong-lalo na rin po ang ating mga field people. Nangunguna rin po tayo sa dami ng ating nai-endorse for reclass na mga guro sa region. Rest assured na I am with you in doing and pursuing our best for our personnel and our learners, at makakaasa po kayo that our division office, the division office of Palawan, will be an office of service to all of you, because our battle cry, which is also our flagship program, is DepEd Palawan, maaasahan. And to end my presentation, hayaan niyo pong basahin ko itong words of wisdom. We are not in this world to see how important we can be, but to see how much difference we can make in the lives of others. It is not what we possess that gives us worth. It is what we pass on to others that gives peace and joy in life. Doing all this for the honor and glory of God, then how beautiful it is our life can be while on earth. There are 6 ways to happiness. Number 1, do not hate. Number 2, do not worry. Number 3, live simply. Number 4, expect less. Number 5, give more. And number 6, scatter sunshine. So, salamat. Magandang umaga pong muli sa ating lahat.
Again, to our Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Roger Capa, our gratitude for the kind and sincere message. We just have heard our Schools Division Superintendent for his important reminders and updates. This time, may I request everyone to help me welcome for the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Hour, our equally able and approachable OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Rufino B. Foss.
Magandang umaga po umuli sa lahat. Gusto ko lang pong ipaalam sa lahat na tuloy-tuloy po ang ating trabaho despite this pandemic. At gusto kong ipaalam sa inyo na from the months of May to July ay narito po ang ating mga approved appointments galing from the civil service. Teacher 2, 11. Teacher 3, 62. Head teacher 1, 6. Head teacher 2, 4. Head teacher 3, 9. Head teacher 4, 1. Master teacher 1, 12. Master teacher 2, 1. A total of 106 approved appointment from the civil service. Mayroon pa po tayong inaantay galing from the region, yung ating mga reclass po. Tuloy-tuloy po ang pagpapadala natin with the leadership of our Schools Division Superintendent, si Roger Capa. Tuloy-tuloy po ang pagpapadala natin ng mga reclass. Na nadidelay lang po minsan kasi po yung mga documents galing sa field ay medyo nadidelay din dahil nga sa ating sitwasyon sa ngayon. As long as the documents are complete, maasahan po ninyo na ito po ay may papadala kaagad natin ng maaga pa sa regional office for approval. No, so sa ngayon po, we are finalizing our RQA for 2021-2022 at hindi po natin ito matatapos ang RQA na ito kung hindi po lahat ng districts ay makapag-submit po ng kanilang district ranking. So ako po ay Ako po ay nakikiusap at nananawagan sa 3 pang distrito na inaantay namin ang inyong district result na mai-forward dito po sa division office para matapos na po natin ang ating ranking of teacher applicants for school year 2021-2022. Ito po ay pagpasensya na po ninyo. This is just a reminder, no? Ang district, naunawaan ko po ang layo natin at dahil kayo nasa isla, naunawaan Coron Island, ito po ay yung district result. Yung district result lang po munang unahin ninyong i-email lang po ninyo so that we could have our final RQA for 2021-2022. No, so umaga po
Yan po. Hello? Hello, rinig po.
Yes po, Kuya Kebs.
Ayan.
anong ibig sabihin? Ulitin ko.
Hindi po yung sa part lang po na nawala.
Saan ako nawala? Saan
Diyan po,
nawala?
sa point po.
Dito?
Apo.
Okay. So, ulitin ko lang po, no? Nakikiusap ako at nakikipanawagan sa ating mga distrito na hindi pa po na isa-submit ang district ranking, ang districts of Cagayan Silio, Coron Inland, El Nido del Norte. Naunawaan ko po yung ating sitwasyon, but then pwede nyo na po, man pong i-email yung result kasi kailangan po natin na matapos ang ating registered qualified applicants for 2021-2022. So maraming salamat po sa pagtugon. Ingat po tayo lahat.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Fines. It is both a privilege and an opportunity hearing good news and message from you, Sir Fines. We are always grateful for your efforts to make our jobs more meaningful. Speaking of meaning, I believe everyone would agree with me when I say that combining two brilliant minds create more meaningful results. To complement the ASDS hour, may I request the presence of our OIC, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Arnaldo G. Ventura, for his message.
Hello, ayan. Okay, good morning po sa lahat. Okay, wait lang po ha, i-upload ko lang presentation. Ayan. Hello. Hello, good morning everyone. Most special of course to our Schools Division Superintendent, kay Sir Roger po, and of course sa akin pong partner, Sir Foss. So our CID and SGOD chiefs, to all supervisors, all division personnel, syempre sa ating pong mga PSDS and school heads, sa inyo pong lahat, a pleasant morning. Okay, I have here the presentation of, okay, okay, Ben, pakisuyo naman di siya mag-ana. Di siya mag-ana. Ayan. Okay, we have here the following issues and concerns. Okay, number one po, the implementation of rewards and recognition or the DepEd Palawan Praise System. Second, the division performance management team. Then the division validation team ng OPCRF and some updates on Gawad Club. Okay, the first issue, program on rewards and incentives for service excellence, yung pong tinatawag nating praise. Yan. Okay, for the information of the group po, we have already a manual para po sa ating praise. This shall be known as the Program on Awards and Incentives for Service Excellence of DepEd Palawan with Equal Opportunity Principle Policy. It is dubbed as DepEd Palawan Gawad Maasahan Award. Okay, napakarami po natin mga legal basis tungkol po sa ating rewards and recognition program. We have 6 and another, we have 13 legal basis. Ano po? Kaya itong number 13, the DepEd Order number 9, series of 2002, establishing the praise in the Department of Education. Here in SDO Palawan, starting this year, i-implement na po natin ang ating rewards and recognition program. What are the essential features of this rewards and recognition program? DepEd Division of Palawan Praise System shall be designed to encourage creativity, innovativeness, efficiency, integrity, and productivity in the public service by recognizing and rewarding officials and employees individually or in groups for their suggestions, inventions, superior accomplishments, and other personal efforts which contribute to the efficiency, economy, or other improvement in government operation or for other extraordinary acts or services in the public interest. Okay, it is the right time for us to recognize the extraordinary efforts and achievements of our people, particularly po sa ating mga teachers, school heads, and even po mga offices sa field. Okay. The basis of providing incentives, okay, DepEd Division of Palawan Praise System shall adhere to the principle of providing incentives and awards based on the performance, innovative ideas, and exemplary behavior of DepEd Division of Palawan officials, employees, regardless of age, appointment, status, gender identity, sex, sexual orientation, civil status, social status, family responsibility, income class, race, ethnicity, religion, political affiliation, physical condition, union affiliation, political conviction, religious belief, or any other characteristic specified. Sabi nga po natin, yung equal opportunity principle, lahat po ay pwedeng mabigyan ng awards depende po sa kanyang performance or ma-recognize ang kanyang mga ginagawa, maging sila man po ay teachers, school heads, or division personnel. The objectives, we have heard the first, the general objective. Ito nga po, DepEd Division of Palawan, praise. General objective is to encourage, recognize, and reward employees individually or in groups. Ayan. Nagsiserve po na motivation po ito para po ma-encourage ang ating mga tao na kumilos ng tama or mag-perform ng higit pa sa kanyang magagawa. Ano po, ito po ang isa sa ating program, ang ma-recognize ang kanilang mga heroic act. Okay. Specific objectives, to establish a mechanism for identifying, selecting, rewarding, and providing incentives to deserving officials and employees at the start of each year. Second, to identify outstanding accomplishments, best practices of employees on a continuing basis, to recognize and reward accomplishments and innovations periodically or as need arises, and to provide incentives and intervention to motivate officials and employees who have contributed ideas, suggestions, innovations, discoveries, superior accomplishments, and other personal efforts. Kaya nga po, starting this year, 2021, i-recognize na po natin ang ating mga deserving employees and teachers dito po sa Schools Division of Palawan. At meron na po tayong manual. Na-release po natin yan noong last January. Okay, may na-furnish na rin po natin ang civil service ng ating DepEd Palawan maasahan. Praise system. Okay. Okay, ito po yung composition ng praise committee natin. Okay, of course, the Schools Division Superintendent or the representative of our SDS, the head of finance unit or equivalent, the chief of the curriculum, the chief of the governance operation division, the AO4 and the personnel unit. Okay, two representatives from the accredited employees union who shall serve for a period of 2 years. Okay, nandiyan din po ang ating, eto, yan na yan. Type of award. There are two kinds of awards na ibibigay po natin. Or type of awards, dalawa yon. Number one po, Gawad Maasahan Awards, yung pong outstanding awards for teachers and employees. And the second one is service awards para naman po sa mga division office employees and personnel. Ano po yung DepEd Palawan Gawad Maasahan Award? Okay, it aims to recognize outstanding officials, employees, schools and learning centers of the Schools Division of Palawan on the following award categories. Ito po ang iba-ibang award. Most outstanding teacher, pinakamahusay na guro sa elementary and secondary and junior high school. For elementary, we will be selecting 3 awardees. For junior high school, 3 awardees. And for senior high school, 1. Bakit po 3 sa elementary? It depends upon the size of their school. For example, 3 po kasi ang classification ng ating school sa elementary and secondary. We have the small school, the medium, and the large school. Kaya 3 po sa bawat category or classification, 3 sa junior and 3 sa senior elementary, and 1 po nan sa senior high school. Kaya ang most outstanding teacher natin for this school year, 7. Most outstanding master teacher, the same din po. 3 sa elementary, 3 sa secondary, and 1 for the senior high school. Most outstanding school head, pinakamahusay na pinuno ng paaralan. 1 for teacher in charge, 1 for head teacher, and 1 for principal. Okay, kaya po 3 siya sa elementary, 3 sa secondary. The total of 6 lahat na outstanding school head throughout Division of Palawan. Most outstanding SPED or special education teacher, 1 for elementary and 1 for secondary. Most outstanding alive or madrasa education teacher, 1 for elementary and 1 for secondary. Most outstanding iPad teacher, 1 for elementary again and 1 for secondary. Another, most outstanding employee, level 1. Pag sinabi natin level 1, hanggang salary grade 4, okay? And most outstanding level 2, including school health and nutrition section, yung salary grade 8 and above. Okay, ito, dalawa rin po yun. Most outstanding ALS teacher, dalawa po, North and South, 1 from Northern Palawan and 1 for Southern Palawan. Most outstanding researchers, we have 3, depende po sa team. Okay, meron pong research on governance and operation, research on teaching and learning, yung sa curriculum, and research on child protection program, or sinasertong nakakaalam dyan. The most outstanding district supervisor and most outstanding education program supervisor. Most outstanding school or pinakahusay na paaralan sa buong Palawan, 3 for junior high school and 3 for elementary. Most outstanding district office, 1, and most outstanding learning center, 2, 1 from Northern Palawan and 1 from Southern Palawan. Okay, that is the first category po ng award natin for DepEd Palawan, Gawad, Maasahan Awards. Yun po ang under doon sa first category. For the second category, tinatawag naman po natin itong service award. That will be granted to an employee who has served continuously and satisfactorily for at least 10 years in service. Number of years in service, pag 10 to 19 years, kasi first time po itong gagawin sa Palawan, ito po kasama sa ating manual on praise system, 10 to 19 years, Bronze Service Award. 20 to 29 years, Silver Service Award. And 30 years and above, Gold Service Award. Okay, ito po okay, yung pong awards niyan, pinag-uusapan pa po namin, nagkakaroon po kami ng deliberation sa back. Ang plano po sana namin yung mga fossil watch and or ang ilan po sa mga option ay gold ring, okay, bronze ring or silver na ring o kaya naman ay fossil watch, depende po sa number of years in service, and that is for the approval pa po ng ating superintendent. Okay, ito pong service award, ito pong i-award natin ayon sa initial na during DMEPA, that will be conducted this coming Teachers Day, October 5, yung sa Service Award. Pero yung pong number 1 na po natin, na class category, yung Gawad Maasan Award, sa December po yan, during Education Week. Kasi medyo mahabang process po yon. Dito po sa Service Award, medyo na-identify na namin who are the awardees para po sa Bronze Service, Silver Service, and Gold Service. Meron na po tayong data dito. Ayan po, i-award po natin ito this October during Teachers Day, World Teachers Day celebration. Okay, submission of nominees. Okay, don't worry ha, kasi magre-release po tayo ng memo, naka-specify po lahat doon. Ito pong mini-mention ko ay ilan lang sa mga salient points or mga mahalagang reminder para po sa ating rewards and recognition. Submission of nominees or candidates from district office to the schools division office. Each district office should recommend one nominee for each of the categories. Isa lang po isasubmit ng bawat district, both elementary and secondary. The division praise committee shall not declare a winner for any of the categories with only one nominee for the entire division. Kaya wala po tayong winner kapag isa lamang ang nominee. Walang loan entry. Dapat po, ini-encourage namin. Kita namin na sobrang magagaling ang mga teachers natin sa fields, ang mga personnel natin sa field. Kaya mag-entry po ang bawat district. We encourage every district supervisor to please send your entry po for every category. Ito po. Okay, ito po may initial date po tayo based sa manual natin. 30th day of October po ang submission. Nominee shall prepare 3 folders containing of all required and supporting documents and be properly endorsed to the division office. Ayan. Sige po. Then qualification. Okay, have rendered at least 3 years of continuing service as of the deadline of the nomination. At least 3 years in service po. And the performance rating, very satisfactory. And have not been awarded in any national search or similar regional search. Okay, dapat hindi pa siya awardee ng higher level like regional and DepEd central office or national in any relevant katulad na national search. Okay. Criteria for judging, ito po i-release natin. Okay, pati yung mga attachment nomination form, okay, yung process, the omnibus certification, and others. Ito po ay pina-finalize po namin yung memo na kinuha namin sa praise system natin, sa manual ng ating rewards and recognition program. Maybe next week po, ilalabas na po namin ito. Binigyan lang po namin ng idea, what are the different awards to be given to our teachers, to our employees. Okay, sabi nga natin, dalawa yan. Ang una is yung sa outstanding, and the second one is yung pong tinatawag nating service awards. Okay, that is our first issue. For the second issue, okay, it's school heads OPCRF validation. Our legal basis here, or yung reference natin is DepEd Order number 2, series of 2015. Persons involved, school head, members of the validation team. Time frame, September 1 to October 15. Okay, na-inform na natin lahat ng school heads, na about their new OPCRF na ipadala po namin sa inyo lahat ng editable templates, mga forms, lahat-lahat, the procedures, your guide to be used. Okay, lahat-lahat po about OPCRF. Alam ko po na equip na po kayong lahat. Sabi natin dito, be guided with the steps provided by the DO on accomplishing your OPCRF. Use the editable forms or templates. Isubmit niyo po yung buong OPCRF natin, part 1 to 4. Naandun na rin po yun. Editable na po yung mga templates natin. The members of the validating team shall conduct physical or virtual validation of your OPCRF. Mamaya i-discuss ko po sino po yung member ng validating team natin, our validation team. Okay, 3 pong hard copy ng OPCRF ang ating isasubmit. Okay, with complete parts. Ayan, para sa signature ng operator. Kasi po napansin ko po last year, isa lang po ang part 1 lang na sinasubmit. Dapat po part 1 up to part 4. Okay, meron din po tayong Division Performance Management Team to recommend the approval of your OPCRF. Based po sa DepEd Order number 2, dapat po ganito yung ating Division Performance Management Team composition. The chairman ng SDS, kami po ni Sir Fos nagtigisa. Akin po ang southern part of Palawan and kay Sir Fos po ang northern part of Palawan. And the members are the planning officer, our accountant, chief AO, EPS ng SGOD, the PESPA President, Ma'am Salimonte Alto, and the NAPSI President, si Roger Carrio, and the Teacher Association President natin, Sir Renan Titabi, and the NEU, or National Union Representative natin, i-identify pa namin kung sino po yun, and the Secretariat, of course, from the Admin Office. Ito po yung composition ng ating Division Performance Management Team. Okay, ano po ang term of reference, terms of this PMT? Okay, kami na lang po muna magdi-discuss noon within this members. Then pero ang isa po sa major task ng PMT is to recommend na i-recommend po nila sa ating approving authority ang lahat ng mga OPCRF ng ating mga school heads. Bago po pirmahan ng ating SDS, dadaan po ito sa PMT. Mamaya po i-discuss ko sa inyo ang process. Okay, ito na po yung OPCRF validation team. Okay, sino po yung member ng validation team? Okay, fourth chairman ng Northern Palawan, si Sir Pos. At ako naman po sa Southern Palawan. Ang co-chairman ay si Ma'am Au Marquez for the Northern Palawan, and for the Southern Palawan ay si Ma'am Padrones. Members po, for Northern Palawan, EPS, yung Mother Supervisor ng bawat district, meron na po tayo yan, and PSDS ng kanyang district, and one is GOD representative. Meron na rin po tayo nito yung nasa ating DFPAT members. And for the Southern Palawan, okay, the same din po. Ayan, ito po yung ating OPCRF validation team members. Okay. Next, OPCRF program of activities. Naka-specify na po dito. Okay, before po na lumabas ang ating mga validation team members, magkakaroon po muna ng capacity building for OPCRF validators. Ayan. Yan po ay gaganapin sa temporary po natin na date is August 27. Okay, ako po muna ang in charge sa capacity building program ng ating mga validators. Okay. Next po, ang actual OPCRF validation, na-inform ko na rin po ang lahat ng school heads during our orientation, that will be conducted from September 1 to October 1. That is 1 month. Validation po, pwede naman siyang physical or virtual validation. Who are in charge, of course, the validation team members. Okay. Submission of OPCRF to Schools Division Office from October 1 to October 15. Okay, sinong in charge sa pagsasubmit? Lahat po ng ating OPCRF ay ise-centralize natin ang submission to be submitted to our district supervisors. Ano po, wag po magsasubmit sa DO ng kanya-kanya. Yung po mga school heads natin ng ayus or implementing units, pasako po tayo sa ating mga district supervisors. Ano po, kasi po concern po nila yon. Wag po kayo magsasubmit sa DO ng kanya-kanya. Dapat po ay dadaan lahat siya sa district supervisor. After po may submit ng district supervisor to sa division office, Okay, magsasay na po ang ating rater. Okay, ang rater po natin, since validated na po siya, sasay na po ng ating rater from October 16 to 20 ang lahat ng OPCRF. Ano po, ang lahat po ng Northern Palawan ay kay Sir Fos at lahat po ng Southern Palawan OPCRF, ako po ang rater. Endorse, then after po na masaynan ni Sir Fos at ng inyong lingkod, those OPCRF will be ibibigay po namin sa PMT. Meron pong sa PMT, imimit po natin ang PMT para from October 21, 22, 2 days, kaya na siguro yon. Okay, ang in charge po doon yung pong mga secretary ng ASDS. Okay, kay Sir Pos, si Ma'am Grace Hagmes, dito naman po sa amin, ay si Ate Ludoy at si Ate Jane. Ano po, Ma'am Imelda Singsing and Ma'am Mary Jane Barriento. Sila po in charge sa South OPCRF ng lahat ng taga Southern Palawan. At sa Northern Palawan ay si Ma'am Grace Hagmes. Sila po ang makikipag-coordinate sa PMT para po itong mga PMT members natin ay ma-endorse na po sa ating approving authority sa ating pong SDS from October 23 to 27. Ito po. I-endorse na po ng PMT members ang lahat ng OPCRF. Then from October 28 to 30, yan na po, approval of your OPCRF. Okay, yun na po ay sa ating superintendent. Then after po ma-approve ni Sir, tapos po ng October 30, sign na po lahat ng ating mga OPCRF. Saka itatransmit yan sa record section by district at ipadadala na po namin sa inyo. Ayan. Ang in-charge na po doon ay si Miss Melma at yung kasama nating isa dyan, si Ma'am Christia Olson. Sila na po. Okay, nilagyan po natin ng ganitong ng activities or program natin ng ganito para po una makatipid tayo sa oras at sa magiging efficient po at yung ating pagtatrabaho kapag po may ganitong schedule of activities para hindi po kanya-kanya tayo. Ano po? Okay. Ito po ang susundin nating schedule of activities para po sa ating OPCRF. Next po, okay, last issue. 2021 ito. Sorry, nagbaliktad. 2021 Gazawan Siklab yung sinasabi ni Sir kanina. Okay, sa regional level, 20 ang ating champion. Nag-qualified sa national level 20. Out of 20, meron po tayong national finalist na iniintay lang natin ang result. Ngayong katapusan na may national awarding ceremony. And hopefully, marami tayong makuha. Special recognition po and congratulations po sa ating mga national finalists. Okay, school na lang po in district ang aking i-mention. We have 9 national finalists. Sobrang gaganda. Napaka-extraordinary ng kanilang mga programs. Sana po gayahan natin ng ibang school, ma-benchmark po natin ang kanilang mga ginawa. Okay, nakakatuwa po kasi sa Division of Palawan, nakuha po natin ang lahat ng core values ng DepEd, yung maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa. Okay, congratulations po sa ating national finalist. 3 po ang national finalist, kasama po ang Ipila National High School from North Brooks Point. Yan. Si Ma'am Ronda L po ang kanilang principal. Congratulations po, Ipila National High School. For makatao category, Biriran Elementary School, yung kanilang bangkarunungan. Bangkarunungan tungo sa Bangkarangalan from Batarasawan kay Ma'am Edna yan. North Brooks Point naman ay kay Ma'am Jane Viray. For makakalikasan from Princess Ordoha National High School, okay, Nara del Sur. Yan. And for makatao, Santa Teresita National High School, Dumaran Island. Okay, Dumaran District. And for Gulayan sa Paaralan, Salvacion Elementary School from Busuanga. And makabansa, Lokbuan Elementary School, Magsaysay District. And for YesO Best Implementer, again, Ipila National High School from North Brooks Point. And for YesO School Head Recognition, ang representative natin dito, siya yung talagang na-recognize, siya yung winner na Best 3 finalist, Ma'am Evelyn Adado of Concepcion National High School, again from Busuanga. And for yes o student leader Oliver Prisdilio from Southern Batarasa National High School, Batarasa 2 or Batarasa 2 District. Yan. Or second district of Batarasa. Congratulations po sa ating national finalist. Thank you very much, Sir James, sa ating mga school. Sir James Manlabi. Napakahusay niyan si Sir James. Okay, sa lahat ng mga screening committee members and of course sa ating SGOD Chief, kay Sir Eric, sa lahat-lahat po ng tumulong para po dito. Hindi ko na po isa-isa. Sa lahat ng mga district supervisors, school heads, student leaders. Yan, congratulations and thank you po. Okay, that's all about my concerns. Thank you very much po. God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Arnie, for your updates. With the updates and reminders that we have heard, I hope that our enthusiasm is now reinforced. We are now more ready to face the challenges of our respective. Thank you very much, Sir Arnie. Before we proceed to our next activities, we will give the floor to our Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Roger F. Capa, for a very special announcement.
The Palaweños and reminded us that in the midst of the pandemic, a true leader shines even with a simple act of kindness. Arnaldo G. Ventura, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd Palawan, made headlines as he returned to its rightful owner a lost bag containing money amounting to 198,000 that he found left behind in one of the malls in the city of Puerto Princesa. Such act of kindness exemplifies the agency's core values and the Filipinos' nobility of spirit, deserving praise and commendation. So it's just proper to give Sir Arnie the certificate of commendation, and may I request ASBS post to read the content of the certificate of commendation.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Mimaropa Region, Schools Division of Palawan, Certificate of Commendation. This certificate is awarded to Arnaldo G. Ventura, PhD, in grateful recognition for his act of heroism and impeccable honesty in returning a lost bag containing a huge money amounting to 198,000 to its rightful owner. Given this 27th day of July 2021 at the Schools Division Office of Palawan, Governor Salvador P. Socrates, Government Complex, PO Road, Barangay Bangkaw, Puerto Princesa. Signed, Roger F. Capa, CISO 6, Schools Division Superintendent.
Okay.
Thank you, Sir Pat, Ma'am Maylin. We now go back to our regular.
Congratulations, Sir Arnie. At this point, the different unit and division heads will present their issues and concerns. Each unit head will present a 10-minute presentation of their unit's issues and concerns. We will start with the issues and concern of the accounting section to be imparted by our division accountant, Ma'am Chita D. Umali.
Ay, hello po. Good morning. Good morning po sa ating superintendent,
Morning
kay
po.
Sir Kapa, sa ating dalawang assistant, kay Sir Arnie, saka kay Sir Pos, sa ating dalawang chief, kay Ma'am Marquez and kay Ma'am Patrones, sa ating mga PSDS, at sa lahat po ng participants. Good morning. Ito po yung issues and concern ng sa accounting section. Sir, next slide po. Ayan po. Ito pa rin po yung issue, yung opening of checking accounts under the name of the schools. So far po, ang reported sa regional office and provided to the central office, meron po tayong elementary na 640 schools, only 112 open the checking account. Ano po? So yung sa secondary po, out of 150 schools, only 36 ang meron na pong checking account. So parang ang percentage po niyan ay mga 18% pa lang po ang lumalabas na sa submitted report po natin. So ito po ang ating legal basis, yung debit order number 29 pa rin po, saka yung COA AOM 2021-2020. Ano po, dapat po mapa-implement na po natin. So yung mga player po, district supervisor, division cashier, division accountant, school heads, school bookkeepers. So ang recommendation po, or magiging agreement po natin, di po ba na pag-usapan natin yung third quarter release of all downloaded funds intended to the school dapat po ay papasok na sa checking account. So far po medyo open na rin po tayo ngayon sa paglabas-pasok ng Puerto Princesa. Baka naman po pwede na tayong mag-open kasi baka po pag biglang nag-open kayo ng sabay-sabay uli, mag-fla kayo sa bangko, hindi na naman po tayo ma-accommodate ng land bank. Ano po? So, ngayon parang konti-konti pa lang po ang nag-o-open. Baka pwede na pong makapag-open yung may mga approval na po ng Bureau of Treasury sa pag-open ng checking account. Po. Yun lang po. Next slide po. Ayan po. So, bali, 19% lang po. Yan po yung submitted report sa regional office. Ano po, as of June 2021, nagbigay po sila ng update at napansin din po ninyo na humingi din po ako ng mga reasons kasi kailangan po natin justify kung bakit po hindi pa tayo nakaka 100% ng pag-open ng checking account. Ayan po yung mga submitted report, yung elementary, naka-open 112, yung secondary po 36 out of 528. Sa 790 schools po natin, 148 lang po ang nakapag-open ng account out of 790. So meron po tayong 19%. Okay po, sana po malinaw ano. Wag na po tayong mag-antayan kasi saka tayo nagagawa o kumikilos pag talagang hindi na po mai-release ang downloaded funds sa atin. Ang dami pa naman pong ida-download po sa atin ngayong third quarter and fourth quarter na intended for the schools. Ano po? Para mapa-implement po natin yung mga programs and projects ng mga schools natin. So next slide po. Ayan po, ito pa rin po ang magiging issues and concern ko, yung status of deployment of senior bookkeepers. Yung mga transfers po ng senior bookkeeper. So meron naman po tayong DepEd memorandum doon na basis. Patapos, yan po, yung key player po natin, district supervisor, administrative section, senior bookkeeper with request to transfer. Ang recommendation po, before transferring, be sure somebody will take charge of the schools or district for their MOE liquidations. Yan po kasi marami pong biglang naglipatan na po pala, katulad nung from Balabac, nalipat po sa implementing units ng Patarasan. So ang magiging effect po nun, nag-transfer na po siya. Hindi ko lang po alam kung na-approve na yung appointment nung nag-transfer sa implementing units. Marami po tayong case na nagda-transfer kaagad na wala pa pong appointment. So nagkakaproblema po sa kanilang sweldo. Ang RPSU po ay tuloy-tuloy ang pagsweldo do sa bookkeeper na nag-transfer sa implementing unit. So pag nag-transfer po siya sa implementing unit, supposed to be doon na po siya magsusweldo. So katulad po na nangyari sa San Vicente, almost 200,000 po ang kanyang ini-refund. So mababalik po yun sa treasury. Yun po yung effect ng nagta-transfer po tayo sa mga implementing units na wala pa pong appointment. Ano po, na hindi agad humihingi ng certificate of last payment sa RPSU. So nawawalan, ang division office po ang nawawala ng pondo kasi po pag nag-refund po sila ay treasury office na po. Sa treasury na po bumabalik ang pondo. Ano po, hindi na po nagagamit ng division office. Ayan po, if transfer to ayos, appointment of the incumbent should be approved to avoid delayed and refund of the salaries. Yan po yung pinaka-issue po natin talaga. Kahit po sa mga teachers po natin na nagta-transfer po sa mga implementing units, diyan po tayo nagkakaproblema ng malaki sa kanilang sweldo. And isa pa pong issue dyan, yung mga bagong bookkeeper po, katulad po nagta-transfer bagong bookkeeper, hindi po sila nakakapag-submit ng report. Ano po, yung mga implementing units po, especially mga implementing units, i-mention ko na po yung Nara National High School. Last year pa po, hindi nakakapag-submit ng report, so hindi siya nakakasama po sa National Consolidation. Yung Aramaywa National High School po, nakakapag-submit naman po na report, kaya lang po may mga for correction, hindi na po naaayos ang for correction. So hindi po kayo nasasama sa National Consolidation. Yun po yung mga, ngayon po may 2 schools na meron na naman pong bagong bookkeeper, yung Araceli National High School and Abunga National High School. Yun po yung nagiging effect ng mga bagong bookkeeper na walang training. Ano po, medyo nagkakaproblema po tayo ng submission na report sa region, sa central office. Kasi po yan ay especially yung monthly reporting po yung hinihingi sa kanila. So pagdating po ng year end, pag hindi po, nag-deadline na po yung COA at nag-deadline na po ang central office, wala na po akong magagawa dahil hindi ko na po sila sinasama. Ano po? So yun lang po yung special mention ko lang po yung Nara and Aramaywa National High School. Lagi pong hindi nasasama sa National Consolidation. Next po. Yan lang po. Simple quote lang po yan. If you get tired, learn to rest and not to quit. Ano po? Pahinga-pahinga din po kasi sa dami po ng ida-download sa inyo, baka hindi na rin po ninyo makaya kung paano gagawin. Kumbaga po, mag-isip muna po, ikuan po natin sa mga school back natin, sa school planning team, ang lahat po ng ida-download sa atin. Hindi lang po kay principal ang decision. Ano po? So dapat po mauuna sa planning team, then sa school back, then approval po ni school head. Hindi po lahat kay school head. Yun lang po. Next po. Yan po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Ma'am Chief. The next presentation is the issues and concern of the budget section. May I call our budget officer, Ma'am Luz Biminda Flores, for the discussion.
Good morning. So, each and everyone, sa ating good morning po kay Sir Roger Capa, sa ating very energetic and approachable School Division Superintendent. Sa ating pong dalawang assistant School Division Superintendent kay Sir Rufino Fos and Sir Arnaldo Ventura. Sa ating pong mga PSDSS, sa lahat po ng mga school heads na participants sa oras na ito. Hello?
Mang Luz.
Hello?
Okay na po.
Hello, ayan, may audio na po.
Meron na ma'am, meron na ma'am.
Ayan, okay. Good morning sa ating School Division Superintendent, Sir Roger Capa, sa ating dalawang masipag na ESDS, Sir Rufino Pos, and Sir Arnold Ventura, sa ating mga school heads, sa lahat ng division personnels na present sa ating virtual Division Management Committee meeting today. So ito po yung mga concerns for the budget section. For this time, magbibigay na lang po ako ng budgetary updates. Dahil ang ating pong budget utilization report was presented during our DMEPA last week. Ito po yung mga updates na meron po ang budget section. For this week po, nandito na po sa budget office ang ating monetizations. Ang status po for the request of monetizations ng SDO Palawan for fiscal year 2021. So ano po yung ating legal basis? Kinuha po natin siyan sa Joint Circular ng CSC, DBM Circular number 2-97, dated June 25, 1997. Yan po yung mandatory rules and regulations of the governing the monetization of leave credits of government officials and employees. So doon po napapaloob kung ilan po yung allowable leave credits na pwede lang i-monetize ng isang empleyado. With that, partner po siya ng ating updated circular ng DBM Circular Letter number 2021-4 dated March 3, 2021. Ito po yung processing of request for the release of funds for the monetization of leave credits in fiscal year 2021. So, sino po yung mga key player natin dyan? Ang admin, ang budget section personnel, accounting section personnel, SDS at ang ating cashier. So for this time, ang remarks po natin dyan, ongoing finalization of the master list ng mga applicants ng monetization for leave. The budget office, the budget section is working on the finalization of the second quarter report or BFAR encoded on the Unified Reporting System or URSTBM website. Isa po kasi ito sa requirements natin bago tayo makapag-send ng request natin sa DBM dahil inabot na po tayo ng for the second quarter. So kahit po ipapadala natin yung request letter natin sa DBM for the monetization, hindi po tayo agad-agad marireleasean ni DBM. Hahanapin pa rin yung ating second quarter report na nandun po yan sa ating DBM website. So yun po yung sinasabi ko kanina na DBM Joint Circular, CSC DBM Joint Circular 2-97, yung kanyang mandatory rules and regulation for governing the monetization of leave credits to government officials and employees. And the next slides po. Nais ko pong bigyan ng diin itong ating circular letter. Marami pong nagtatanong na bakit hindi pa po natin na i-request kung nasaan na yung ating request for the monetization. Meron po tayong sinusunod na DBM circular for that. Ito po yung DBM circular letter number 2021-4 dated March 3 o kamakailan lang po ibinaba sa atin yan. Ito po yung processing of requests for the release of funds for the monetization of leave credits in the fiscal year 2021. So, hindi po madali ang kanilang pagre-release sa DBM. Meron po itong guidelines. It covers the 2.4. Sinasabi po diyan na however, an agency may submit a special budget request to DBM for the release of funds for the monetization of leave credits chargeable against the fiscal year 2021. Ito po yung PGF, yung Pension and Gratuity Fund. Parang isang lump sum appropriations po ito sa DBM for reasons of critical health, medical, and hospital needs of the employee and the immediate members of her family. So marami pong nagtatanong bakit kailangan pa mag-submit ng justification. So hindi po siya gawa-gawa ng admin personnel ng division office. Ito po ay may sinusunod po tayong circular letter for that. So medyo naghihigpit po si DBM dahil po sa maaring sa kakulangan ng pondo. So alam po natin na hindi lang po ang agency ng Department of Education ang maaring mag-request. So, sinasabi po dito, request for monetization of leave credits for the reason other than those in item 2.4 hereof will only be processed in case-to-case basis, subject to extraordinary condition which would justify release of the monetization of leave credits. So sign po yan ni Secretary Wendell Avisado. So thank you, sir. Next slide po tayo. For our next slide. Next update po. Another concern of the budget section is the submission of monthly budget utilization report based on updated BMS or the budget monitoring system by the implementing unit schools for SDO consolidation. Ito po yung isang nagiging problema natin dito sa division office. So ano po yung legal basis natin dyan? we always link to the COA and DBM Joint Circular number 2014-1. Ito po yung guidelines on the submission of BFARs or the Budget Financial Accountability Reports, prescribing the use of modified formats of the budget and financial accountability reports dated July 2, 2014. Sino po yung ating mga key players for this? So nananawagan po ako sa ating implementing unit schools, our 26 senior bookkeepers, the disbursing officers, and of course, with the supervision ng ating school heads. So meron pong ilan sa ating mga schools na ating implementing unit schools na naintindihan po natin na bago yung ating mga bookkeepers, kaya medyo nagkakaroon po tayo. Kanina po nabanggit yan ni Ma'am Accountant, yung sa ating mga bagong implementing unit school senior bookkeepers, yung ating Araceli National High School at ang Abungan, as well as po yung NARA, medyo bago po yung ating nakatalaga dyan. So yung paggabay po namin dito sa Division Office from the Budget Office para po maayos yung ating BMS ay daily po yung updating natin sa kanila sa ating group chat. Meron po tayong group chat with the BMS users natin. So ang ating remarks po, submit final BMS report to the division office through the budget section every third day of the following month. Send via email at budgetsecdo@yahoo.com.ph. Copy furnace lang po si Michelle Kabukid sa kanyang DepEd account. So nakikiusap lang po ako na sana on the third day of the following month ay lahat ready for consolidation na po natin ang mga reports na yan. Pwede naman po tayong mag-cut off ng deadline ng ating mga bayarin for the month. Kasi monthly po ang report natin sinasubmit ng BMS na flash report sa ating regional office. Kung tayo po ay nag-submit for the third day ng following month, at the 5th day of the following month, ang division office po ay dapat nakapag-submit na po sa regional office. Dahil at the 7th day of the month din po, the following month, si regional office naman po ay magko-consolidate to submit it into the central office. So ganun po yung level ng ating submission of report. So patulong po sa ating school heads, sa ating senior bookkeepers. Usually po ang nagiging hindrance doon po na hindi makapag-submit ang ating mga bookkeepers ay because of the disbursing officer. Totoo ba yan? Dahil medyo doon sa payments po, sa disbursement entry nila ay hindi nakakomplete because of yung kanilang mga documents, hindi pa natapos na encode. Napakaliit naman po siguro ng mga transactions sa schools natin para hindi po natin magawa lahat. Pero reminders lang po to. Hindi ko po sinasabi na hindi nagtatrabaho ang ating mga financial personnel sa schools. Alam ko po may ilan sa inyo na talagang nag-a-assist din sa ating mga ibang mga bagong bookkeepers. And thank you so much. Gusto kong pasalamatan si Miss Lavinia ng Quezon. Thank you, Ate Lab, dahil isa siya sa mga nag-assist po sa ating mga bagong bookkeepers. At si Miss Balabak po, si Ma'am Alamis Lizel, ang kanilang senior bookkeeper. Thank you very much. Dahil kayo ang kaagapay ng ating so yung quarterly submission of BFAR to DBM and COA through the United Reporting System. Ito po yung COA circular number 2015-005, the availability of web-based annual financial reporting system dated July 16, 2015. Yan po ang ating legal basis. Sino po yung mga key players natin? It's always the implementing units, schools, senior bookkeepers, school heads, and of course, the budget personnel. So, available po and accessible ang URS natin sa using URL ng http www.dbn.gov.ps. So, lahat po, yung hindi pa nakakaalam ng address ng ating URS o ng ating DBM site, ayan po, paki-take note lang po yan. So, dyan po natin lahat, kaya unified po ang tawag. Lahat po ng reports natin, lahat ng financial accountability reports natin, mga FAR 1, 2, 3, FAR 1B hanggang 4, lahat po yan doon po ini-encode. So hindi po rin madalian yan. Kung ano po yung laman ng BMS mo, yun po ang report na dapat final na nandoon sa system na encode ng ating bookkeepers. So what I'm trying to say is cooperation po and teamwork po tayo pagdating dito. Kasi once na natapos po ni Division Office, pero ang ating mga schools po ay hindi pa nakatapos, nakahang pa rin ang submission natin sa Regional Office po. So consolidated yan lahat at si Central Office, minomonitor din po yan under the Office of the Yosik ni Yosik Ann Sevilla. Lahat po ng ating galawan sa reporting ng ating financial. So maging vigilant po tayo at yun po, dapat pangatawanan po natin tayo po ay maaasahan. That's all the concerns po from the budget section. But before that, meron po tayong last slides bago ang ating pa-thank you. Sir James, naisingit mo ba yun? Sir Kevin? Hello po. Bago pa ako mag-thank you, meron pa akong naisiwanan sa inyo. It's a matter of quotation that champions do not become champions when they win the event, but in the hours, weeks, months, and years they spent preparing for it. The victorious performance itself is merely the demonstration of their championship character. So that's all. Mabuhay SDO Palawan, tunay na maaasahan. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas sa ating first Olympic, first gold medal. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Thank you very much at magandang araw po.
Thank you, Ma'am Luz. This time, the presentation is the issues and concern of the administrative section. May I call Ma'am Isabelita A. Sampayan. Personal muna. Sino si personal? Okay, so papalitan po natin. So the next presentation will be issues and concern of the curriculum implementation personnel by Ma'am Cheryl Lagrada.
Ayan, ma'am. Hello po, good morning, everyone. To our SDS, Sir Roger Capa, and to our ASDSS, Sir Fos Inserventura, to our Division Chief, kay Ma'am Marquez at kay Ma'am Padrones, at sa ating mga OSDS section heads, kay Ma'am Isabelita Sampayan, kay Accountant Umali, at kay Ma'am Flores, sa ating mga PSDSS, school heads, and CID, SGOD, OSDS personnel, and the rest of the participants, magandang umaga po. So ngayong umaga po ay magpe-present po ako ng dalawang issues and concerns po for personnel unit under administrative section. Ang una po dito ay, pwede pong next slide po. Ayan, maraming salamat po. Ang una po dito ay ang submission po ng requirements natin for appointment. So, especially po pagdating po sa ating mga substitute teachers po na mga requirements nila for appointment. Gentle reminder lang po ito. So, ito po yung legal basis po natin is from Ora po, yung revised 2018. Dito po sa rule number 5 sa submission and effectivity of appointment, sa section 17 po, nakalagay po dito na no official or employee shall be required to assume the duties and responsibilities of the position without being furnished a copy of his or her appointment by the HRMO after it is signed by the appointing officer or authority. So, ang Meron po kasi tayo before na mga practices po na hindi po ito nasusunod. Pero ngayon po, ginagawa po natin yung best natin para makorek po yung mga practices na yon. So, ang goal po natin sa ating division po is before po mag-start si teacher or kung sino man po na i-deploy natin is magawa na po sila ng appointment at makaperma na po sila doon sa likod ng appointment po bago po sila mag-report sa kanilang kanya-kanyang school or station. So, para po nasunod naman po natin yung ora-ora. And then, sa section 19 po, nakalagay po dito na an appointment shall be submitted to the commission within 30 calendar days from the date of issuance. But ito po, 30 calendar days po siya. Calendar days po hindi siya working days, kundi calendar days. So, included po sa counting ang Saturday, Sunday, pati po ang holidays. So, pero ngayon po, dahil po pandemic tayo, meron po tayong 6 months po para po masubmit sa civil service ang ating mga appointment. So, kadalasan po kasi dito is nade-delay po yung submission. So, minsan po, kagaya po ng na-mention ko rin sa huling ManCom po na for example, especially po sa mga substitute po, for example po, nag-start po siya ng February and then na-receive lang po namin July. So, hindi na po namin siya pwedeng gawan po ng appointment dahil gahol na po siya sa oras. Bale, kung bibilangan po natin, March, April, May, June, July, August. August po, yung ika-6 month po ng parang ultimatum para masubmit siya sa CSE. Pag-submit po yan dito sa amin, minsan po, hindi pa po yan siya kompleto or kaya po may mga correction pa. Kaya po, ina-advise po na mag-submit muna po ng requirements bago po mag-start. Kung hindi naman po makapunta dito sa division para po magpa-check ng requirements, meron po tayong mga admin officers po sa ating mga district. Sila po ay may kaalaman na po sa mga ganyang bagay. So, ma-assist or mag-guide po yung sa checking po ng requirements. And then, dito po yung sumunod, the responsible officials who caused the delay in the submission or non-submission of the appointment may be held administratively liable for neglect of duty. So, syempre po, sa CSC po, kami po sa admin, sa HR po, yung mauuna before po kayo. So, kaya po kami, chine-check po namin kung pwede pa po siyang masubmit sa CSE or hindi na. Kasi po, pag nagbigay na po kasi ng ultimatum yung CSE dahil nga po may mga delayed submission po tayo sa ating mga appointment ng 2019, 2020 dahil nga po may mga iba pong mga reasons kung bakit po nasa-submit. Minsan po kulang yung requirements or kaya po may mga correction po sa pag-fill out. So, syempre po wala naman po sa atin na may gusto na magkaroon po tayo ng administrative case po, diba? So, iwasan po natin yon. And then, ang sumunod po ay, ito po, sa section 22. Nakalagay po dito that the services rendered by any person who was required to assume duties and responsibilities of any position without an appointment having been issued by the appointing officer or authority shall not be credited nor recognized by the commission, and the payment of salaries and other benefits shall be the personal liability of the person who made him or her assumed office. So, in case po, na-delay po yung submission ng ating mga requirements po, especially po sa substitute, kasi ito po yung kadalasan na ating problema. Kung sino po yung nagpa-start po doon, pag di na po siya magawa ng appointment, kasi nga po hindi na po kayang ihabol sa 6 months po natin. Kung sino po yung nagpa-assume po sa kanya ng service, so siya po yung liable para po sa monetary compensation po na or pagbayad po ng serbisyo ng substitute teacher po natin. So, yun po. And then secondly po, yung pangalawa ko po na issue and concern po is yung request po for renewal of provisional appointment of senior high school teachers first hide and school year 2016 to 2017. So dito po, medyo marami po ang naguguluhan po ata, though nakapag-meeting na po, nagpatawag na po ng meeting ang ating focal person po sa senior high school na si Sir siya nakaraan na na-discuss na rin po ito. So ito po is reminder or reiteration lang po. Dito po, meron po kasing binigay po na 3 conditions yung ating civil service. So, para po ma-rehire, may possibility na pwede po silang ma-rehire kung meron po silang proof na proof that the affected provisional teachers have taken the LET at least once in the last 5 years, and absence of available qualified LET eligible applicants in the DepEd Registry of Qualified Applicants or RQA as certified by the schools division. So, dito po yung huli, termination of provisional appointments when qualified LET eligible applicants become available and willing to accept the appointment. So unang-una po dapat po is may proof po sila ay nakapag-take ng exam kahit isang beses lang po sa loob ng 5 taon. Pangalawa po, wala po tayong enough na aplikante, qualified or eligible applicants na nag-join po sa ating pa-ranking. At pangatlo po, pwede po silang ma-hire, pero it doesn't mean po na halimbawa po ma-hire sila is tuloy-tuloy na po yun. So, every 6 months po ina-advise po ng CSC para po sa mga provisional po na item natin or yung item po na hawak po ng mga provisional is i-publish po siya every after 6 months so that makapag-invite po tayo ng mga aplikante po na eligible. So, it doesn't mean po na pag na-rehire po sila, at hanggang buong school year na po yun. So, may possibility pa rin po na ma-terminate po ang kanilang kontrata or ang kanilang appointment kapag meron na po tayong nag-apply po na eligible pa na applicants. So, yun lang po ang aking issues and concern for personnel po. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga ulit.
Thank you, Ma'am Cheryl Lagrada, our SRMO 4. Now, this time, the presentation is the issues and concern of the administrative section. May I call on Ma'am Isabelita Sampayan, our Admin Officer 5 for the presentation.
Thank you so much, Sir Pat, Ma'am Maylin, and Sir James, and Sir Kevin. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Kay Sir Roger, Sir Arnie, Sir Pine. Sa atin pong lahat, no? Congratulations, Sir Arnie. Okay po, yung slide ko, please. Sige. Meron po tayong i-release na Division Memorandum number 253. No, dito po sa ating presentation ay wala pang number, but the number is 253 relative to the monthly report on leave separation of teaching, non-teaching personnel. In order to address na rin po yung issue ni accountant kanina doon sa mga overpayment ng salaries. No? So, I will read the memo. In order to address the delay of submission on report on separation, leave of our teaching and non-teaching personnel to the regional office, this office hereby advise the field to use the attached template to be submitted monthly. Nandito po sa presentation ko mamaya yung template. I-discuss ko po yun isa-isa mamaya. The school heads are directed to include this report in the monthly submission of daily time record to the district every second day of the following month. Remember po, ang ating mga school heads ay magsasubmit ng DTR ng kanilang mga teacher sa district. The district will then consolidate the report and submit the Form 7 to the division office every 7th day of the following month. So kung ngayon po ay July, August 7 po, lahat po ng ating Form 7 at lahat ng monthly report on leave separation of teaching and non-teaching personnel are already submitted to the division office. Kasi po, ito po ay isasubmit sa regional office din para doon po sa preparation ng ating monthly payroll. To ensure the, number 3, to ensure the accuracy of the report, the administrative officer 2 of the district is tasked to validate the consistency of DTRs and monthly report on separation. The responsible officials who caused the delay in the submission of Form 7 and separation report may be held administratively liable for neglect of duty for compliance. Signed, Roger F. Capa, CESU 6 Schools Division Superintendent. So, we ask you to adhere to the Division Memorandum number 253 para po maiwasan natin yung problema natin sa regional office, no? Isa pa po sa mga nagiging problema natin ay yung mga errors that we commit in the reflection of our absences sa Form 7. Kung minsan na isusulat doon ng mga school heads na nag-leave, yun pala ay hindi. So these errors ay sinasagot po ng ating superintendent. Pinapa-explain po tayo sa region sa pamamagitan ng communication. So please, our dear school heads, do not commit error in the reflection of our absences in the Form 7 ng ating mga guro, no? So, mamaya ko po i-discuss yung application of change of name. Punta po tayo sa template para po ma-explain ko isa-isa. Yan. Dito po sa template ay nakalagay monthly report on leave, separation of teaching, non-teaching personnel. Month of. Ibig sabihin kung month, ngayon po ay July, uumpisahan po nating isubmit ay yung month of July. But since the following month are teacher's vacation, ilalagay na lang po natin na vacation. Nabanggit po kanina ni Sir Roger yung bakasyon ng mga guro kasi po marami pong nagtatanong ng mga guro kung sila ba ay bakasyon o hindi kasi pinapa-report daw po sila ng school head. So sabi po ng ating SDS kanina na bakasyon po. Hindi na po sila magre-report sa school so long na tapos na po yung kanilang mga report. So, please take note of that. Huwag na po nating papareportin yung ating mga guro. Yun po ang ating mga non-teaching personnel ay expected to report like what we do in the division office. Wala pong bakasyon ng ating mga non-teaching personnel. Kaya po tayo ay may vacation leave, sick leave na balance sa ating mga leave cards. Papasok po ang ating mga non-teaching personnel para sa mga schools kung saan sila naroon. Wala po silang bakasyon. Ano? So, ang teachers po ang may mga bakasyon. Kasi po sila ay may PBT. Tayo naman na non-teaching ay may leave credit. So, name. Ano po ang ilalagay natin sa name? Yung, kunyari, yung guro. Kunyari, Susana Diaz, no? Si Susana Diaz ay na-appoint siya noong unang-unang appointment niya ay July 1, 2021. Yun po yung ilalagay natin. Ano si Susana? Siya ba ay teacher 1, MT1, principal or HT? Tapos po ay dito po yung makikita yung nature of separation. So mayroon po tayong ilang nature of separation sa transfer, resignation, retirement, or na-decease siya, or AWOL, or leave without pay. So pag transfer po, name of originating school. Kung kunyari si Susana ay nasa Central, Batarasa, siya ay pupunta sa receiving school na Nara Pilot. Ilalagay po natin yon. At kung sa secondary naman po, ito ay importante, galing siya sa RPSU page sa non-implementing, no? Kunyari ay galing siya sa, ano ba ang non-implementing natin? Example, ay kasi yung Aborlan implementing eh. So, Iraan, from Iraan National High School to Aborlan National High School, pakibanggit po natin doon na ang Aborlan ay AYU para po hindi tayo nalilito, ha? So, kung nag-resign si Susana, ilalagay po natin yung date ng resignation niya. Huwag po natin kakalimutan yon. Or kung nag-retire naman siya, ilagay din po natin. Kung na-deceased, ilagay po natin yung date ng na-discharge siya together with the death certificate. Kung nag-awol naman po, meron po tayong mga guro na hindi pumapasok, hindi nagre-report, sinasabi na work from home, pero pag tinawagan mo ay hindi sumasagot ng ilang buwan, so awol po yon kasi absent without official leave. No, ilalagay din po natin yung date. Yung umpisa ng kailan siya hindi nag-report, kunyari July 1 to July 15. Kompleto po dapat yung details para po hindi nadidelay yung mga documents. Kasi po yun yung dahilan minsan yung processing ng delay ng documents, yung kulang-kulang na reporting ng mga details. So kung leave without pay, yun din po. So yung special, ilalagay din po yung type of leave like vacation ba, sick leave ba, ganun po. So, at special order po, kasi pag nag-leave, meron po siyang special order na gagaling sa division office. Sa mga magta-transfer po, meron pong kompletong documents muna, lalo na kung outside the agency. Let me just remind you that our office is a public trust, and so as a public official, we ought to give due respect to our office. When we say we transfer, susulatan natin ng superintendent na, sir, magta-transfer na po ako sa LGU effective July 15. Oh, that is final. Kaya po, wag po muna tayong susulat sa SDS kung hindi pa sure ang ating transfer na matatanggap tayo. Kaya nga po, nire-require natin ang acceptance muna ng agency where you are going to transfer para sure na sure po kasi hindi po tayo laban bawi. Hindi po natin susulatan ng SDS na tatransfer tayo ngayon tapos kinabukasan ay sasabihin natin sa SDS na, sir, hindi na po ako tatransfer. Siguraduhin po muna natin na tayo ay magtatransfer. Matatanggap po tayo sa agency where we are going dahil po sa ating ginagawa ngayon. Mabilis na po yung ating aksyon pagdating doon sa mga lilipat, aalis, pinapakat na po natin yan kaagad sa sweldo. So ang ginagawa po natin ngayon sa region ay nagbibigay tayo ng service record na siya ay nag-resign, nag-transfer effective today, at agad-agad naman po ay ina-actionan na ng region na ikat para po hindi na tayo magkakaroon ng overpayment kasi po sayang as accountant had mentioned earlier na pag nag-overpayment ay ibabalik sa treasury. Makukulangan po tayo ng pondo. Ito po yung mga isa sa mga steps paano natin po ma-address yung mga problemang ganon. Itong report na ito. Ano po? So, last time po, nabanggit ko po na ang ATM ay 100. Actually po, i-maintain po natin yung 100 dapat sana. Yun naman po talaga ang totoo. Pero, binerify ko po ulit kay Miss Joy, mas maganda daw po na at least 200. Kasi pag nag-inquire, like, meron kang 100 ngayon, tapos nag-inquire ka, mababawasan po yun. So, pag nag-less na po yung inquiry fee ng 15 pesos, hindi na siya 100, magpo-close na po automatic. So, yun po yung ibang dahilan bakit hindi nakatanggap yung ating mga guro ng sweldo, ng PBB, ng mga bonus. Ganun po, ha? So, sa records naman po, ang sabi po doon ay pag nagbigay po kayo ng document ay lagi pong may transmittal. Tapos, yun po namang kukuha sa pigeonhole ay dapat responsable na iingatan yung mga dokumento because these documents are sacred. Importante po lahat ito. Iingatan po lahat ng mga documents na kukunin sa ating pigeonhole para po yung may-ari as respect doon po sa may-ari ng document ay hindi mawawalan. So please, we take care of the documents that we get from the Region Hall. Sige po. Babalik po ako doon sa application of change of name kasi po ito yung isa sa mga dahilan bakit yung ating mga remittances sa pag-ibig sa PhilHealth ay nahuhulog kasi nagpalit na pala ng pangalan ang guro. So ngayon po, advanced information lang po ito kasi we are still, inaayos pa po natin yung division memorandum at saka makikipag-coordinate pa po tayo sa PhilHealth. Dahil po, naisip ko po na pagka nag-apply ng change of name sa division office, ang isang teacher na nag-asawa, ang sabi ko nga po sa kanila ay bakit pa apurado kayong magpalit ng pangalan. Anyway, may batas naman po na pwedeng i-keep yung pangalan niya ng dalaga but hindi po natin ma-avoid na gusto nilang magpalit ng pangalan. So, pag nag-apply po ng change of name sa division office, ay minsanang application na lang po. I already coordinated with Pag-ibig. Okay po sa kanila yon. Na ang ire-require lang po nila ay birth certificate from PSA, no, yung statistics, plus yung form. So, minsan ang application na lang po. So, ang kukunin na lang po natin ay ang form ng PhilHealth so that when the teacher apply, isang minsanan na lang po apply. Pag in-approve po natin sa division office, automatically, we furnish Pag-ibig and PhilHealth para automatic din po siya ma-change of name doon sa kanilang file. So yun po, we just ask the teachers, sabihin po natin sa ating mga guro na may mga planong mag-change of name, 3 na ang isasubmit nila plus kukunin nila dito syempre yung form ng Pag-ibig at form ng PhilHealth at pipilapan nila. So we will issue this form para magamit po nila sa kanilang pag-change of name. So yun lamang po. Marami pong salamat. Magandang umaga.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Bingbong. The next presentation will be the issues and concern of the Curriculum Implementation Division. May I now give you the floor to CID Chief Aurelia B. Marquez.
Good morning, everyone. To our compassionate, maaasahang SDS, Sir Roger F. Capa, Section 6, our 2 equally approachable ASDSS, Sir Arnie and Sir Pines, Administrative Officer 5, Mambong Sampayan, Unit Heads, all division personnel in this virtual ManCom, our EPSS, PSDSS, school heads, the unit host, the SDO, the chief, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant and blessed morning to everyone. So in this virtual ManCom, the Curriculum Implementation Division is going to present the issues and concerns as regards program implementation. It is hoped that these issues and concerns will be addressed or traced out by concerned individuals through our collaborative efforts. So may I request everyone to please listen intently because we only have a very limited time for this. So I am now giving the floor for the presentation. Sir James Manlabi, paki-present nga. Thank you, Ma'am Abe.
CID Mother Tongue, Issues and Concerns, conduct of online orientation, and the finalization of Kuyunan Primer, the Teacher's Guide. Legal Basis Division Memorandum Number 249 Series of 2021. Reference Key Player, we have APS Rogers de Malinaw. Time frame, second week of August 2021. Preparation and submission of the audio-video presentation for the best practices of mother tongue-based multilingual education. Legal Basis Division Memorandum Number 236 Series of 2021, dated June 8, 2021. Reference key players, we have all school heads. Deadline of submission will be on September 2021. Recommendation, as much as possible, avoid using foreign music background in your video, for this is prohibited by the Facebook due to the IPR. Instruction and guidelines about this MTB-MLE AVP are stipulated in the said division memorandum. Please have a copy of it. CID Madrasa Education Program Alive. Issues and concerns. Submission of contract of service, DTR, updated profile of asset needs and accomplishment report. Reference key player, we have EPS Roger S. de Malinaw, school heads of Alive classes, and time frame July 30, 2021. Update, starting this coming school year, an OSTADS or OSTADSA under the contract of service shall receive a monthly compensation of 7,000 per month and financial assistance, which is 1,000 per month, for the provision of instructional materials in the implementation of Alive classes. Legal basis is Division Order Number 25 Series of 2021. CID Kindergarten SPED issues and concerns. Submission of the District Consolidated Post-Test ECD checklist result for school year 2020-2021. Legal basis debit memorandum. Reference key player APS Nancy J. Alaska together with 35 PSDSS. Time frame on or before July 30, 2021. Recommendation, please do not submit report in PDF format. Age qualification of the incoming kindergarten children must be 5 years old on the first day of the opening of classes. Legal basis debit order number 20 series of 2018. DNCI 2020-00080 dated May 25, 2020. Recommendation, please be guided with the existing policies. PSDS with SPED centers and classes are encouraged to submit the training needs of the teachers and receiving teachers for school year 2021-2022. Time frame, first week of August 2021. Recommendation, only the schools with LWDs are requested to submit training needs. CID English issues and concerns. Submission of the innovative practices in English subjects, specifically on the following: learning delivery modalities, blended learning, RBI, and SLMs, etc. Phil Erie reading report and reading interventions along the implementation of Nababasang Palawenyo program, distribution and retrieval of the SLMs, and others. Legal basis regional memorandum and division memoranda. Reference key players, we have APS Nancy J. Alaska and English coordinator Abigail A. Constantino with 35 PSDSS. Time frame, July 28, 2021. CID Multi-Grade Distribution of Ringbound Lock Resource Guide for Multi-Grade Teachers. There are 554 copies. Legal basis approved 2021 project proposal on printing and delivery of Lock Resource Guide. Reference key players ABS Clemencia Paduga, Ricky De Jesus, only Nara del Norte and Batarasa 1 claimed. Recommendation, available copies can be requested to APS Clemencia Paduga at CID office on a first-come, first-served basis. Proposed orientation of the guidelines on the grant of multi-grade special hardship allowance. Legal basis DBAM, DepEd Joint Circular on the revised guidelines on the grant of special hardship allowance on March 26, 2021, DMPHROD 2021-0372. Reference key players, proposed participants, 35 PSDSS and 35 district multi-grade coordinators, for the specific date to be announced later. National Online Write Shop on the development of self-directed and differentiated learning activity sheets for first and second quarters in Mother Tongue, EPP, and MAPE from July 12 to 23, 2021 to August 2 to 13, 2021. Legal basis, DMCI 2021-00141. Online Write Shop on the development of self-directed and differentiated learning activity sheets for first and second quarters. Reference key players, we have APS Clemencia Paduga. Writers, 3 teachers at APPTLE and 4 for MAPE. Reviewers, 4 in MAPE, 2 for APP, including the multi-grade focal person. Recommendation, ongoing activity, open online communication. Submission of developed LAP and LAS to the reviewers vis-a-vis to the BLT to head editors, illustrators, and layout artists. CID Math. Assignment of SEO Palawan in the Regional Development of Competency-Based Assessment Tool and Performance Task in Mathematics Grade 10, Quarter 1, Week 1 to 5. Members of Development Team, Team Leader, APS Astrid and Agbandog. Members, MT Davi M. Gonzalez, MT Minerva C. B. Itak, MT Judith C. Sijaco, MT Nimrod I. Haranjo, Ken Mirazol. Language Content Editors, Maria Lourdes M. Inconcho, Vangeline C. Valeriano, IPR, APS Rosalyn Sigadiano. Reference key players, APS Astrid and Banlog, and Palawan Development Team. CID Math. Participants to the concluded regional online training in design thinking and K-3 science and mathematics teaching. APS Nancy J. Alaska, APS Astrid and Agbanlog, APS Rosalind Sigadiano, MT Imelda A. Carmen, MT Cecile Q. Haranelia, MT Evelyn C. Joya, MT Mildred De La Torre, and MT Christy De Guzman. Legal basis, regional memorandum. Reference key players, regional office, DOST, and PSU. Recommendation, conduct division rollout of the online training in design thinking in K-3 science and mathematics teaching. Campus Journalism, Issues and Concerns. Participation to the National Schools Press Conference on August 11 to 13, 2021. Legal basis RA 7071. Key players, APS Nora A. Nangit, 1 Division English Coordinator, 23 School Paper Advisors, 24 Elementary and Secondary Journalists. Recommendation, participate online. Filipino, Issues and Concerns, mga gawain ukol sa pagdiriwang ng buwan ng wikang pambansa. Legal basis, Division Memorandum. Key players, APS Nora A. Nangit, PSDSS, Filipino Teachers, time frame, August 2021. Recommendation, deadline for submission of entries is on August 24, 2021, and the declaration of winners will be on August 31. APS Nora A. Nangit presents awardees in campus journalism amidst pandemic for school year 2020-2021. Third place in pagsulat ng lathalain, Aubrey Ali L. Cordonete, Araceli National High School. Third place, pagsulat sa agham at teknolohiya by Nef Lawrence R. Carbonell of Araceli NHS. Fifth place, pagsulat ng editorial, Chesa Carcelar of Brooks Point NHS. Sixth place, pagsulat ng editorial by Lael Kate Marie R. Carbonell at Araceli NHS. Seventh place, editorial cartooning by Rian Shane Diaz Guerra of Guadalupe Elementary School. 7th place, pagsulat ng lathalain by Cristel Dayan L. Condesa of Araceli NHS. 7th place, digital photojourn by Lorraine K. P. Ventilacion of Araceli NHS. 8th place, editorial cartooning digital by Kent A. Vicera of Guadalupe Elementary School. 8th place, editorial writing by Maria Irish B. Medalla of Sacred Heart of Jesus High School. And 9th place, editorial cartooning in digital by Christine Ara R. Mondag of Guadalupe Elementary School. Science, Issues and Concerns. Admission procedures for grade 7 entrance to school implementing science, technology, and engineering program and special science classes. Legal basis, Division Memorandum Number 209, Series of 2020. Key players, EPS Rosalind Sigadiano and the school heads. Recommendation, STE online examination will be on July 28, 2021. Deadline of submission of SSC qualifiers will be on August 13, 2021. LRMDS, development of division-initiated self-learning modules for quarters 1 and 2. Legal basis, Division Memorandum. Key players, CID Chief, EPSS, PSDS, school heads, development teams. Time frame, July 29 to September 3, 2021. Virtual orientation for the development of team on the redevelopment of SLMs for quarters 1 and 2. Legal basis, Division Memorandum. Time frame from July 29, 2021. Recommendation, link will be posted on the day of the orientation. CID, EPPTLE, and TVL Senior High School issues and concerns. Development and refinement of Quarter 1 SLNs for EPPTLE TVL. Legal Basis Division Memorandum. Key players, Division Coordinator CNA Catello and Senior High School School Heads, EPPTLE TVL teachers and school coordinators. Time frame July to August 2021. Recommendation: advise all TVL Senior High School to submit school-initiated SLNs used for Quarter 1 to be quality assured in the division level. So there will be an orientation and on-site validation for the proposed additional tracks, strand, and specializations in senior high school. Legal Basis Division Memorandum. Time frame August 2021. CID Senior High School issues and concerns. Distribution of tablets procured by the provincial government of Palawan. Legal Basis Division Memorandum. Key players, Division Coordinator CNA Catello, Division Supply, DO officials, school heads, property custodian, and ICT coordinators. Time frame August 2021. Recommendation: schools will shoulder the transportation expenses for the tablets. Submission of Consolidated Accomplishment Report for APPTLE, TVL, and Senior High School. Legal Basis Division Memorandum. Key players, CNA Catello, PSDSS, District Coordinators. Time frame September 2021. Recommendation: there will be a recognition for the best implementer for APPTLE, TVL, and Senior High School amidst pandemic. CID-AP, Revision of ADM Araling Palipunan Grade 7, Legal Basis Regional Memorandum. Reference key players, APS Pedro J. Dandal Jr., 1, Head Teacher 3, 6 writers, 1 illustrator. Recommendation to be submitted to the Regional LR Focal Person. Conduct division training on the enhancement of RBI scripts, Legal Basis Division Memorandum. Key players, APS Pedro J. Dandal Jr., Rosalyn Sigatiano, Espiridion D. Soleto Jr., Amy Yumang, Marjeline Itumangong, and Ruel Padernal from the CO. Recommendation to be conducted. CID MAPE. Issues and concerns. Division workshop on the redevelopment of the SLMs for MAPE for quarters 1 and 2. Legal Basis Division Memorandum. Reference key players, EPS Pedro J. Donald Jr., EPSA Victor Renante, E. Vargas, and all the new writers. Recommendation Agreement Remarks. Identified writers in 4 components of MAPE shall attend the orientation on July 29, 2021. CID ALS, submission of the prepared scripts during the training on radio-based script writing and broadcasting dated June 7 to 11, 2021. Legal Basis Division Memorandum. Reference key players, EPS Pedro J. Dandal Jr., 5 EPSA, 7 to field implementers, 10 kindergarten teachers. Time frame July 30, 2021. Recommendation submission of scripts to the different editors for quality assurance. Submission of the developed assessment tool for BLP ALS learners. Legal Basis Regional Memorandum Number 77 Series of 2021. Reference key players, EPS Pedro J. Dandal Jr., 5 EPSA, 10 writers, 1 illustrator, 4 APSS, 1 PSDS. Time frame July 30, 2021. Recommendation: crafted contextualized assessment tool for BLP to the concerned APSS. CID Palawan South. RBI ready for coming school year. 31 out of 31 schools in Batarasa Districts 1 and 2 are RBI ready. 21 out of 23 in Nara del Sur have RBI from elementary to secondary for broadcast. Few remaining schools in some districts are waiting for radio transmitters to be installed. Needs training for the untrained teachers in script writing and broadcasting. And as many radio stations have been installed in all districts. Legal Basis Division Memorandum and Regional Memorandums. Reference key players, PSDSS, coordinators, school heads. Recommendation: when travel restriction has been lifted, installation resumes and teachers need training on script writing. Other concerns: teachers often experience technical problems. Radio signal are inaccessible to some learners' home. Some students not fully engaged in RBI lessons due to household chores, and struggling learners find difficulty in distance learning. Legal Basis Division Memorandum and Regional Memorandum. Reference key players, PSDSS, school, the coordinators, and the school heads. Recommendation: radio scripted lessons need to be quality assured. CID Palawan North. RBI ready for coming school year. Dumaran Mainland, Taytay District 2 are RBI ready. Rojas North and South are more or less 100% ready for broadcasting. 12 schools in El Nido are ready for this coming school year. And the rest of the districts in Palawan North have installed radio transmitters, but some teachers need further training on script writing and broadcasting. And some of the learners have no transistor radio. Now for Taytay 3, is waiting for installation. Legal Basis Division Memorandum and Regional Memorandum. Reference key players, PSDSS coordinators, and school heads. Currently, only one school have installed transmitter in San Vicente due to strict health protocol. Other concerns, there are isolated areas inaccessible to RBI due to its geographical location and interference of RBI FM frequencies. For the legal basis, division memorandum and regional memorandum. Reference key players with PSDSS coordinators and school heads. Recommendation, training of teachers in handling RBI instruction and script writing are necessary. CID Palawan Islands, RBI ready for this coming school year. We have Araceli District, Coron Coastal, Magsaysay, and Coron Inland. For installation, as of now, waiting for installation of radio transmitter in Agutaya and Cuyo districts due to travel restrictions and safety protocols. Ongoing transmitter installation in Busuanga and Colion districts also. Legal basis, division memorandum, and regional memorandum. Reference key players, PSDSS, coordinators, and school heads. Recommendations, training of teachers in handling RBI instruction and script writing are necessary. Thank you so much, and that is all.
Thank you for the presentation, Ma'am Marquez and CID team. Now let us move to the presentation of issues of concern of SGOD, to be given by our SGOD Chief, Ma'am Filina P. Padrones.
Sa ating Schools Division Superintendent kay Sir Roger Capa, CISO 6, at sa ating dalawang maaasahang OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent kay Sir Arnie Gintura at saka kay Sir Fines B. Foss, sa inyo na lahat nandito ngayon nag-aatin sa ating virtual conference. Mabuhay! The concerns of the SGOD starts with the SBM. Ang ating focal person ay si Sir Eric. Now, conduct of self-assessment, submission, validation, and finalization of results of SBM. Now, we have the legal basis here. Hindi ko na po babasahin to save time. Then, we have the time frame. Nandoon din sa ating DO 241 series of 2020. Recommendation. Please follow religiously the timelines of activities. Then, paki-download po ang version of SBM Self-Assessment Electronic Tool and the SBM Validation Tool incorporating the baseline set by the regional office before the conduct of the self-assessment. Now, final meeting on the conduct of validation of school-based management. Ito po ang involved dito ay yung Division Field Technical Assistance at saka yung District SBM Focal Persons. This will be on August 6, 2021. Mayroon po ang link dyan. Paki-take note nyo na lang po. Then, expected po na yung lahat doon na nakalagay sa memo ay mag-attend kasi kailangan po ito sa ating validation. SBM Virtual Benchmarking. Ito po ay magkakaroon po ng parang FB page yung SBM kung saan ipipresent doon mga best practices ng ating mga schools. So, what we are asking from you is to watch, bago share kung ano ang mayroon doon sa inyo, at i-like ninyo ang FB page na ito kasi you will learn something pag napanood ninyo ang best practices ng ibang schools. Now, doon naman sa humihingi ng SBM certification as requirement sa reclassification, nakikiusap po kami na through the yung sa ating PSDSS, through the District SBM Focal Person, sila po ang mag-facilitate ng submission of request. Pero kailangan po naka-attach ang validated copy of SBM level of practice for school year 2018-2019. So doon po sa magpapariklas ng TIC, make sure na kayo po ay mayroong hinahawakang school currently. So, pakikontak nyo na lang po si Sir Eric for further clarification. Then, about the OPCRF, this is a concern of HRD. Yung evaluation po ng ating OPCRF will be on August. So, malapit na. Basahin nyo na lang po yung DepEd Order number 2, Series of 2015, at saka DepEd Order number 24, Series of 2024. Online orientation na sa on the scholarship and professional program and its process. So, dito po yung endpoint po nito, magsasubmit po yung districts ng recommendations for scholars per subject area through the link in coordination po sa ating Division ITO on August 20, 2021 din po. Now, TIP, imo-monitor po at ibabalidate yung kanyang implementation. The schedule for the Southern District will be on September 20 to 24, 2021. For the planning and research, finalization of research manual. Please download the Division Memo number 251 series of 2021. Nandoon po yung list of participants. Now, the participants are expected to pre-register at the link provided in the memorandum. So, nandito po yung mga names pero ipas na lang natin kasi makikita niyo naman yan po sa memorandum. Okay po. Still in planning and research about the DOGDT. There are schools that have no accepted reports since beginning of school year. So, mag-worry na po tayo kasi end ng school year, wala pa lang na-submit accepted na report. So, pag ano na nangyari, submit report, then check and monitor if your report was accepted. If not, resubmit, then check and monitor again. Kung wala pa rin, repeat the process until your report is accepted. So, yun po, responsibility po yan ng school head. Then, submission of year-end school forms, Form 4, 5, and 6. Now, check the school forms at the school level before submitting to the submission facility. Many of the submitted reports were not accepted due to data errors and inconsistencies with other reports. Kasi sa isang report, iba yung figure, sa isang report, iba rin. So, dapat validated. At yan ay naka-responsibility ng ating school heads. Next, pending enrollment or change request in LIS at the division level. Diba? Then, LIS issues to be escalated to the central office. So, nandyan po yung respected memo about that one. Pakitingnan niyo po ulit, pakireview niyo po ulit. Recommendation, submit or process the pending enrollment or request to facilities provided in the following memo. Then, there will be no processing in email or messenger. Kailangan po pag nag-submit, yung processing doon sa link na ibinigay sa inyo at makikita niyo po yan doon sa division memo na inisyo sa atin. So, yun lang po clarification lang po. No processing in email or messenger. But doon po sa link na ibinigay. Now, if there are no system-related issues or problems, dapat yung school report, learner information system, na-finalize na yon. Now, kung wala rin lang blocker, i-finalize na yung school report on LIS kasi kailangang ma-finalize yun. Pending enrollment and transfers are not system-related issues. This should have been processed long before the end of the school year. Dapat opening pa lang, alerto na kaagad. Sino yung mga transfer eh? Ano ang kakulangan nila? Hindi, wag nating hihintay na bakasyon kung sa ko yun, bago pagkakarap-karap. Kung sa hindi ko yun, bago pa nagmamadali, pag end na ng school year. Okay po. Concerns of school health and nutrition. Mass dissemination of information on self-reporting for COVID-19 vaccination tracker. Makikita niyo po ito doon, ma-access niyo lang po ito sa DepEd mobile app. So doon po kayo pumasok para maka-participate po kayo dyan. Then, finalization of SBFP beneficiaries for SY 2021-2022. Ito po. Lahat ng kinders who failed to enroll as of July 15, 2021 shall not be included in the SBFP beneficiaries for this coming school year 2021-2022. Ganon po kahalaga ang pag-submit ng ating enrollment on time. Now, for wins, Division Memo number 23, series of 2021, yan po ang ano natin. So, ito po yung percentage of uploading ng data. Elementary, we only have 92.61%. And for the secondary, we have 94.82% uploading. So, alam niyo po kung ang school niyo hindi naka-upload, yan po ay responsibility po ng school head. Please coordinate with your respective nurses. Now, here on the screen, you can see the status po ng vaccination sa ating division. Now, for the A1, in-expected na niya 60 yung dapat na makapabaksin. Out of that 60, 7 po yung naka-first dose na, 32 yung naka-complete na, yung 18 po naghihintay ng schedule, at yung 3, wala pang kung kailan, yung mga nanganak yan at may sakit. Then, for the senior citizens, expected po sa SDO natin, 159. 16 pa lang po yung naka-first dose, at 19 po yung naka 2 doses, 61 waiting, 63 po ang hindi pa alam kung kailan sila magpapabaksin. Then, group A3, individuals with comorbidities. Expected natin 1,834, yung 191 naka first dose na, yung naka 2 doses na ay 64, 772 yung waiting, 807, wala pang kasiguraduhan kung kailan. Then for the workers, A4, in frontline essential sectors, expected ito, kabilang po dito yung ating mga teachers na hindi naman po at saka hindi naman sila senior citizen, wala naman silang comorbidities. So 7,202. Now out of that, yung naka-complete ng vaccine niya is 15 pa lang at yung naka-first dose is 70. Napakarami pa po. 3,890 yung waiting, 3,027 yung wala pang intent kung paano. So makikita natin, expected natin total na dapat mabaksinize 9,055. Out of that 9,055, 130 pa lang ang naka-complete dose. At 284 pa lang yung naka-first dose. Now, inaasam natin na magkaroon ng face-to-face. Paano tayo magkakaroon ng face-to-face kung ganito yung ating data? Di ba? So, siguro, pag-isipan natin na kailangan natin magpabaksin. Now, concerns from the monitoring and evaluation. Paki-download po DO40 series of 2014 kasi ito po ang guidelines ng integration, establishment, renaming, separation of annexes. Ito po importante, So nakikiusap po kami sa ating mga PSDSS to please identify the schools sa inyong jurisdiction for na requesting for establishment, nag-request for integration, yung gusto magpalit ng pangalan, So dapat ay malaman din ng ating PSD sino yung mga application na pending until now para alam natin ang problema. Kasi po magkakaroon ng virtual meeting, i-schedule lang po as early as possible. Now, for more information, please contact yung cellphone number ng ating SEP, si Ma'am Daisy Atreto, nandiyan po sa screen. Okay po. Still in monitoring evaluation, end of school year submission of learners' general averages from grades 1 to 12 for school year 2021. So, ito po. Yung pakiusap lang po, before sending a report to make sure that the report is accurate and reliable. Before clicking the submit button, take time to read again the data to be sent. Those who have not yet submitted the report to the EO-ISY submission of general average of grades sent on July 26 to the regional office still need to send the report at the link, and the deadline is until October 30. Ibig sabihin po, noon ay nag-submit po tayo. May mga schools na hindi po nakapag-submit. Kailangan pa rin po ninyong mag-submit. So, dyan po sa baba makita niyo yung instruction. Tingnan niyo na lang po pag nakakuha kayo ng presentation, yung proseso. Next, about the RBI. Nagtataka po kayo bakit pinasok na ng MNE ang RBI. Huwag po kayo magtaka kasi that is part of the work of the monitoring and evaluation. Kung nakita niyo man sila nagmo-monitor about utilization of fund, about how do you use yung MOOE, nagmadrasa, nag-IPED, kasi po yun ay part po ng trabaho ng monitoring and evaluation. Ano po? So, Kung kayo man ay mayroong sa RBI ninyo, division funded or school MOE nyo nanggaling or dinonate ng ibang company, napagawa man o hindi, paki-report po ninyo. Kailangan po natin ang data doon sa website po ng DepEd Palawan. So makikita niyo rin po ang proseso pa paano niyo i-access yun diyan po sa ating screen. Tingnan niyo na lang po ulit. Sige po. Now, from the RRM, this is for Quezon North District. Kailangan pong maikasubmit po kayo before July on or before July 30 yung clear-cut guidelines safety management plan. Doon po sa mga schools na ginamit as evacuation center. So kailangan po yan so please coordinate with Sir Eugene. Then updating of division the RRM database. Please access and fill up data in the Google form in the previously provided link on or before July 30. School facilities. Nagkaroon po kami ng meeting last week with the district engineer, first engineering district. Ganon din po ng fire department po at saka po yung municipal engineer po ng Rojas. This might be similar also sa mga concerns ng ating ibang districts. Yung fire code na pareho rin ang sinusundan nila about fire code of the Philippines, mga school building, ganon So, ito po ang ibang napag-usapan namin na might be applicable also. Pwede ninyong gawin pag kayo nag-ayos ng inyong mapapils o nagkaroon ng inspection sa inyong room. Now, first, fire exit. All classrooms are required to have 2 doors, entrance and exit. Recommendation, classrooms with only one door must be provided with another room. Doors that swing going inside must be reversed going outward, palabas. Second, fire alarm. All buildings are required to have fire alarm. Suggestion, school heads must include in their EPP the fire alarm facilities, even at one time, partially, just to partially comply muna kung kulang pang ating pondo. Fire extinguisher. All classrooms are required to have at least 2 fire extinguisher. Now, kung kulang pa rin ating fire extinguisher, mag-provide kayo, isalin ninyo doon sa inyong EPP kung ilan lang muna ang kaya. Maaaring kung kalahati, kung need nyo 10, di 5 lang muna. At least the inspector will see that we are trying to comply with the requirements. Hindi tayo matigas sa ulo natin. Dangan nga at kulang tayo sa pondo. They can understand because they are also government employees. Kaya papakiusap, magandang usapan na lang po kung paano kayo magdi-deal sa kanila. Then, we are also required, buildings are also required now to have sprinklers. Pero mga luma na ang building natin, then yung cases nga ng iba nating school, may building nga, may tangke, wala namang tubig. So ito po na pag-usapan namin. Water source problem. For schools without water source, the Bureau of Fire Department is requiring to have at least 2 drums or more for water storage with pail, may balde ka agad, and mark for fire use only. Okay, building permits. Lahat po nire-require yun ang building permits, hindi lang sa Rojas. For old at saka yung mga new buildings, Now, any building constructed before 2015 ay hindi na po mariretrieve ang plans according to engineering bus. But they are trying to prepare plans for the old building para po hindi po kayo mahirapan doon sa inyong pag-secure ng building permits. The central office have also provided us some plans of the old buildings. Demolition of dangerous building. All classrooms that are dangerous for occupancy will be required for demolition. Paano? Mag-request po kayo for inspection from the municipal engineer at saka po request po sa ating SDS for approval. At once po na na-approve, huwag nyo na pong gagamitin. Kasi once ginapitin yun na may nabagsakan ng kisame or nagiba, liability na po yun ng school head. So, ang itatanong niyo, alam ko, saan namin magka-class? Diyan po papasok yung ating school-based management, how we link with our stakeholders. Kasi kung noong challenge, nag-put up sila ng issue na gawaan nila from zero, nandyan ang school, magagawa nila ng paraan through proper linkaging. Now, number 7, occupancy permit. All buildings are required to secure occupancy permit. For occupancy permits which needs the signature of the professional electrical engineer, makipag-coordinate na lang po kay Engineer Ribas kasi yun po ang nahihirapan po kayo doon. Sila na po ang magpoproseso kung paano nila gagawa ng paraan mapapirmahan sa professional electrical engineer. Maintenance of school buildings. Pakitingnan po yung ating mga anay. Please apply anti-termites every 6 months to preserve our buildings, lalo na yung mga kahoy. Baka mamaya yung paparador ninyo puro na anay. Pwede yung gumamit ng sulignum or lentrix. Then, trimming of trees inside the school campus. Full-grown trees must be trimmed to avoid accidents inside the school campus. Yung magbagsakan ang building, yung mga bakod na sisira, lalo na walang tao sa school, na marami, pakitrim na po kaagad. For more information and clarification regarding physical facilities, please contact our division engineer, Jocelyn De Rivas. Si cellphone number po na riyan. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Padrones. We are now through with the issues and concerns of the units and divisions. The next segment is dedicated to the viewing of entries of the schools that gave additional laurels to the Schools Division of Palawan in the recently concluded Regional Gawad Club. We are also awaiting for the national results of the said event. May I request Sir James Roy V. Manlavi, our Youth Formation Coordinator, for the presentation of the AVP.
Despite our differences in religion, still we believe in one most powerful, whom each of our faith is founded. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Zoraini O. Halim, 20, SSD President of Ipilan National High School, Division of Palawan, Mimaropa Region. I am here to present our program. Ikaw, kabataang makajos, just share na yan. Or hashtag IKMJS na yan under DepEd Core Values Makajos. This is a year-round activity initiated by the Supreme Student Governments that launch a number of projects such as I-share ko, namnamin mo. It is a regular sharing of verses and inspirational quotes, be it in social media or other forms. This helps students, faculty staff, and stakeholders who read posts to find hope, motivation, positivity, especially at this kind of pandemic. Included in this project was the Mental Health Symposium from invited partners conducted to student leaders. Stop, read, and feed your soul. The Bible verses and the motivational passages are made available along the school's pathway so that the passers-by may uplift their spiritual lives and allow them to continue living with a good life in the face of life's challenges. Pacharge God, the creation of a place where personal devotion can be done, a multi-faith prayer room which is intended to serve students, teachers, and stakeholders' religious beliefs in school and to prevent religious discrimination. The school always observe minimum public health standard during the process and implementation. Based on guidance report, depression has been identified as major issue at Ipilan National High School. Students, teachers, and stakeholders have been found posting on social media about personal issues such as family, studies, finances, and so on, particularly when a pandemic strikes. KMJS na yan aims to help build a better person, able to cope with anxiety, stress, mental health issues, and depression through spiritual uplifting, especially at this time of uncertainty. Serve as instrument in molding a person with strong faith in the Almighty God and impute the positive outlook in life. This project focuses on clientele struggling with anxiety, stress, mental health issues, and depression. However, all stakeholders, internal and external, can benefit on those projects in a way or another. Depression cases were lessened based on guidance report. Stakeholders who visited school appreciates the passages they read. Learners and stakeholders develop the faith in God based feedbacks in social media and suggestion box in prayer room. True faith as a foundation of life means that even if our mind and body suffer greatly during refinement or adversity, we can still triumph because there is a source of strength which is faith. From Ipilan National High School, the school where great things happen with God. Ikaw, kabataang maka-Diyos, just share na yan. Thank you and Godspeed.
Dangal ng kalikasan, ating panindigan para sa kinabukasan at ikaskayang kaunlaran ng bayan. Makakalikasang Araw Pilipinas mula sa lalawigan ng Palawan, ang tinaguriang Last Frontier ng Pilipinas at kinikilala ng mundo na kabilang sa 7 Wonders of Nature. Ako po si Jan Peter G. Mistero, kumakatawan sa Supreme Student Government, Princess Ordua National High School, Dibisyon ng Palawan, Rehiyon Mimaropa. Akin pong ikinararangal na ibahagi sa inyo ang K4 Project, mga karaniwang gawain, ngunit isinagawa na may puso, talino at husay, at naging tugon sa hamong kinahaharap ng ating daigdig. Buhay ay nakaugat sa kalikasan, kabuhayan, kalusugan, kaligtasan, kaayusan, kaunlaran at kultura. Ito ay refleksyon ng pagmamahal ng Diyos sa mundo at ang pagpapahalaga sa dignidad ng tao ay nakabatay sa likas kayang paggamit, pangalaga at pagtrato ng ating likas yaman. Ngunit ang pagsasakatuparan nito ay nangangailangan ng mabuting pamumuno at sama-samang pagkilos. Sa isang payak at munting paraan ng Supreme Student Government, nabuo ang programang K4, Kalikasan, Kalinisan, Kaayusan at Kaligtasan, na naglalayong una, imulat at palakasin ang mga kabataan ng Princess Ordua National High School upang aktibong makibahagi sa gawaing panlipunan. Ikalawa, pangalagaan ng kalikasan sa pamamagitan ng segregasyon ng basura, pagpapanatili ng forest park, gulayan sa paaralan, pagtatanim ng puno, gumaganang material recovery facility, bayanihan cleanup drive, at information education campaign. Masiguro ang kaligtasan, kaayusan at kahandaan ng paaralan at pamayanan sa pamamagitan ng iba't ibang pagsasanay, drills, simposya at gawain o kompetisyon. At sa pangkalahatan ay itaguyod ang sustainableng pagunlad ng pamayanan. Ngayong panahon ng pandemya, patuloy ang implementasyon at kampanya para sa K4 Project. Napalakas din ang ugnayan sa pagitan ng mga mag-aaral, magulang, pamilya, barangay at pribadong organisasyon. Sa kasalukuyan, hindi na mapipigilan ang paglago ng proyekto para sa integral na pagbabago. Mabuhay!
Rang pamaraanan, tungo sa rang karunungan, we are one Birira.
Manungang Aldaw de Miyong Ginsan. Ako si Jelboy Kapoy, Pag-School at Biriran Elementary School na may proyektong Bangka Pamaraanan tungo sa Bangkarunungan. Ang Bangka Pamaraanan na tungo sa Bangkarunungan ay isa sa mga opisyal na proyekto ng Supreme People's Government. Ito ay tinatawag naming gubang sa wikang Palauan. Sa pamamagitan ng aming malikhaing kaisipan at puso para sa bawat mag-aaral, nagsimula ang aming proyekto sa kasalukuyang sitwasyon ng kapwa ko mag-aaral, na kung saan isa sa pinakahadlang upang makapag-aral ay ang malaking ilog. Walang ibang paraan upang ito ay matawid. Dahil sobrang lalim ay may mangilang-ilang buhayan na naranasan pang habulin ang kapwa ko mag-aaral, sakay ng maliit at disagwang bangka. Dahil dito, inilapit namin ang problemang ito sa aming mga guro bilang isa sa mga plano naming mga proyekto, at di naman po kami nabigo sapagkat tinulungan nila kaming lumapit sa dalawang kumpanya, ang Rio Tuba Nickel Mining Corporation at Coral Bay Nickel Corporation, na mapondohan ang aming proyekto na Bangka Pamaraanan tungo sa Bangkarunungan. Ang proyektong Bangka Pamaraanan ay binubuo ng tatlong konsepto. Una ay bangka tipusdan, na ang ibig sabihin ay paggamit na bangka ng buong puso sa pagbibigay serbisyo sa aming katipusdan. Pangalawa, ang bangkarunungan, na nagsisilbing daan para sa pagbibigay serbisyong pang-edukasyon. At ikatlo, ang bangkarangalan, na tumutukoy sa pagkilala ng mga natatanging pagpupursige ng kapwa ko mag-aaral sa kanilang pag-aaral. Layunin ng proyektong ito na mabigyang daan ang mga kapwa ko mag-aaral sa pamamagitan ng komportable at ligtas na sasakyan. Ganon din ang mahikayat ang mga kabataan na makapag-aral, lalo na sa aming tribu, Palauan. Kasabay nito, ang makasunod sa programa ng gobyerno na EPA o Education for All, na naglalayong No Child Should Be Left Behind. Ang pinaka-beneficiary ng aming proyekto ay ang 78 mag-aaral at 50 pamilya ng Biriran Elementary School. Ganon din ang buong komunidad. Nagsisilbi itong transportasyon upang makapaghatid balita at isa sa pangunahing gamit ng mga guro ngayong panahon ng pandemya sa paghahatid ng module sa amin. Dagdag pa rito ang pagbibigay transportasyon sa oras ng emergency. Humahataw! Isang sikat na linya ni Harry Ilagan ng PTV4 News na naglalarawan sa aming proyekto at gawain upang makapagbigay serbisyo sa lahat ng mag-aaral.
Tanyo humahataw!
Hataw! Balita! Elementary School sa Batarasa, Palawan gagamit ng bangka runungan sa darating na pasukan. Si Harry Ilagan, humahataw. Hataw, balita.
Handang-handa na sa nalalapit na pagbubukas ng school year 2020-2021 ang Biriran Elementary School sa Barangay Tapusan sa bayan ng Batarasa, Palawan.
Ang aming proyekto ay naibabalita sa TV dahil sa aming natatanging serbisyo. Ito ay nagdulot ng karagdagang bilang ng mag-aaral at naghihikayat sa mga magulang na paaralin ang kanilang mga anak. Dahil alam nilang ligtas na ang kanilang mga anak sa pagkakaroon ng mas malaking bangka na handang sumuong lumakas man ang agos at unos ng buhay. Patuloy na ang paggawad ng suporta ng aming stakeholders dahil sa positibong resulta ng aming proyekto. Nagbigay din ito ng inspirasyon sa ibang institusyon na tularan ang serbisyong hatid namin sa gitna ng pandemya. Ang Bangka Pamaraanan ay patuloy na sasagwan para sa magandang kinabukasan.
A pleasant afternoon to everyone. I am Hatim D. Limbo, grade 12 student, SSG President of Santa Teresita National High School. Let me present to you the SSG project titled Manna. Manna was the supernatural food God gave to the Israelites during their 40 years wandering in that desert. It is also known in the Bible as bread of heaven, corn of heaven, angel's food, and spiritual meat. Project overview. Project Manna. The Student Supreme Government flagship program has been operating since school year 2014-2015. This charitable project demonstrates the expression of deep human concern and love to others. It does not solely focus on giving away assistance, but also to set an exemplary act that stresses executing benevolence through giving. Giving as one of the significant values to practice every day in our life is obviously vanishing. Selfishness reigns in the heart, most especially in the generation today. It is hoped that this ideal activity can melt others' heart to live in a reality that treating others like ourselves is a bond that will strengthen our human relationship. History. Project Mana, Balikatan, Ligayan, and Damayan was used as a program title to activities that promote generous and benevolent acts. In their initial operation, they only had a few stakeholders and little number of beneficiaries accumulated. As the enrollment escalated, their service apparently became demanding. Cases like students drop out, truancy, teenage pregnancy, and others were getting serious. The school had to act at once. Nevertheless, the issues would worsen off. To put a plug in for the programs, Project Mana was then conceptualized. With a clear and sacrosanct vision in mind, the team was able to identify individuals who are in need of rescue, not only in the school, but as well as in the community. This pandemic period, the project adjusted its setup. The program uses different social media platforms to reach its stakeholders from far areas since health protocols are strictly imposed. Consistently, the members maintain their close coordination with one another to settle the emerging matters and issues to keep the operation on progress despite the crisis. General objective: to extend assistance and express concern to people through generous and benevolent activities. Activities conducted. Program title: Kalinga sa Pangarap. Objective: provide assistance to students with special needs to help them ease off the burden of their financial constraints. Program title: Alay Kainay. Objective: provide materials, financial, and moral support to teenage mothers to continue schooling despite their difficult situation. Program title: Good Samaritan. Objective: conduct visitation and distribution of grocery items to patients and hospitals. Program title: Adapt Pangarap. Objective: provide supplies and other learning resources to poor but deserving students. Program title: Lolo at Lola May Regalo. Objective: distribute food packs and grocery items to elderlies. Program title: Foods for Pandemic Heroes. Objective: distribute food packs to frontliners and the line of duty. Impact of the project: students at risk of dropping out were saved. Teenage mothers were able to complete junior high school. PWD student was able to complete junior high school. Patients in the hospital were visited and comforted. Elders felt grateful and valued. Strengthened solidarity in rendering partnership services. The accomplishments of the project inspired the stakeholders to brace the program it promotes with all-out support to maintain its stability and broaden the scope of charitable services rendered to the beneficiaries. New voluntary stakeholders emerged. To end up the presentation, let us ponder over the implication of this saying. It takes the whole village to educate a child. Thank you for listening.
Mayad nga adlaw ig mabuhay. I am Court Gobin Abero, the Supreme Pupil Government President of Lukwan Elementary School, Magsaysay, Palawan.
Surubyen is a communal term for pamana. This project was conceptualized in one of the oldest schools in Palawan, founded in 1902, and known to be the pillar of cultural heritage advocates.
Project Surubyen promotes the culture-based education in the municipality, wherein student learning is grounded on the unique practices and experiences in the community, visualizing to be a progressive school of culturally empowered and literate Filipinos. Thus, the Supreme Pupil Government initiated the project with 7 specific programs. First, Kuyunun dance during flag ceremony. This is a Kuyunun dance routine every morning after the flag raising ceremony.
Second, Pamalikid or Baliktanaw Radyo Ami, a song contest showcasing the talents of the learners in singing local songs. Third, Mi Paskwa Maskidyan Pandemya, Christmas amidst pandemic, a Christmas caroling of teachers and pupils through RBI. Fourth, Aranduman or Remembrance, a school arts contest depicting Kuyunon costumes and traditions. Fifth, Sarabyan or Bokang Bibig, the use of local language or mother tongue in and out of the school premises. Sixth, Advokasya and Historia Kuyunon, advocacy of cultural preservation and showcasing local stories through live or pre-recorded format reading. 7. National Commission for Culture in the Arts, NCCA 2020 grants. A video documentation of indigenous and cultural community dances entitled Sound sa Kapupuruan. Since 2019, the school established its cultural dance group to revive the indigenous community dances that makes the school a contender in any cultural competition in the municipality. To strengthen the efforts for cultural advocacy, the school conducts quarterly culmination of cultural dances and songs. Moreover, spoken literature were also done to further nurture cultural promotion in the school and in the community. The Project Sorobian aims to hone pupils in showcasing, reviving, preserving, and disseminating the rich cultural heritage of Cuyuno people. The foremost beneficiaries of this project are the pupils, by giving them a close picture of cultural grassroots, and at their young age to appreciate and embrace the Cuyuno culture. For the teachers, to give them authentic information about the culture and be able to transfer the learners and develop a culture-based institution. In the Cuyuno communities worldwide, to empower them to support in the promotion and preservation of the Cuyunon rich culture and heritage. The project initially opens the doors of awareness to the community, parents, teachers, and learners that will surely give its timeless impact by bridging the past to the present and serves as a catalyst to a certain cultural awareness that showcases and ensures its sustainability in the context of social development. This project supports the vision of the municipality of Magsaysay to become a premier cultural heritage destination in Palawan. With the Project Sorobian, there is fun, engagement, discoveries, teamwork, and collaboration. And most of all, there is always a way of promoting a culture-sensitive and culture-responsive mode of education.
A school in an eco-friendly environment is conducive to learning. That is my school, Ipilan National High School. A pleasant morning to everyone. I am Maria Eileen P. Barbecho, 18, YesO President. It's an honor to present to you the Paaralan at Kalikasan program of Ipilan National High School's Youth for Environment and School Organization, Division of Palawan, Mimaropa Region. Paaralan at Kalikasan, or PAC, is a YesO program advocating clean, green, and sustainable environment. In achieving the clean environment, the school implemented the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act, which promotes proper waste segregation, disposal, and practicing 3 R's. Innovations done are the maintenance of vermicomposting, paper charcoal briquette, and basura sa tahanan sa eco-bricklaan. The greening program of the school is sustained through tree planting, caring, and growing, maintenance of forest park, adapt a forest, and preservation of endemic trees. Through the collaborative efforts of the stakeholders, the school sustains its implementation of approximately 800 square meter organic gulayan with eco-brick fence. As an innovation, the school conducted the search for best gulayan sa tahanan to promote the production of vegetables in every household amidst the pandemic. In support to the clean, green, and beautiful Brooks Point advocacy of our municipality and to strengthen the implementation of the programs and projects of YesO, Paaralan at Kalikasan program was launched and sustained throughout the year. The environmental efforts of the Paaralan at Kalikasan aims to establish doable programs, projects, and activities to address issues and concerns on the environment. Develop among the learners in the community the proper environmental values, skills, and attitudes, and elevate educational awareness, participation, and partnership of the internal and external stakeholders. Paaralan at Kalikasan, showcasing the YesO's initiative towards a clean, green, and sustainable environment will be beneficial to teachers, parents, youth, and other internal and external stakeholders, and most of all, caring our Mother Nature. This program serves as an eye-opener for the school and the community to maximize their fight against improper waste disposal and environmental destruction. Ipilan National High School was awarded as Most Beautiful School in the municipality. It also contributes to the success of its barangay as best implementer in solid waste management and in achieving the seal of good local governance of Brooks Point. Furthermore, it brought inspiration to the different schools and other agencies that did benchmarking in Ipila National High School. We, the Youth for Environment and School Organization, promote protection, conservation, and sustainability. This is our stand, our goal, our promise. Thank you and God bless us all.
Kagawaran ng Edukasyon, Republika ng Pilipinas. Rehiyon Mimaropa. Dibisyon ng Palawan, #maaasahan. Ikalawang distrito ng Batarasa. Southern Batarasa National High School, exclusively clean, green, and eco-friendly.
Ito ang aming paaralan kung saan kami ay hinububog na mas paularin ang aming kakayahan, talento at kaalaman.
Ito ang aming pangalawang tahanan na patuloy na nagbibigay daan sa aming mga mag-aaral upang lubos na maging responsable, disiplinado at kabataang may pagpapahalaga at pagmamahal sa ating inang kalikasan.
Pandemya man ang dumaan, ngunit ito ay hindi naging hadlang para ipagpatuloy ang aming proyektong nasimula. Kaya bawat isa sa atin ay may dapat ginagampanang tungkulin ano pa man ang pagbabago ng sitwasyon o magbago man ang sistema ng edukasyon. Oo, ikaw, ako, tayo ay kailangan tungo sa maaliwalas, mapayapa at malinis, masaganang kalikasan. Ako po si Oliver R. Presnilio. Malugod ko pong ipinagmamalaki sa inyo ang aming proyektong safe, secure, and amazing friendly environment. Layunin po itong magkaroon ng kamalayan at hubugin ang mga mag-aaral, magulang at mamamayan sa pangangalaga, proteksyon at pagmamahal sa ating inang kalikasan. Bilang kaagapay sa core values na kagawaran ng edukasyon, makakalikasan sa simpleng paraan tulad ng pagtapon ng basura sa tamang lalagyan, pagtanim ng puno, halaman, gulay sa ating paaralan at bakuran, paggamit ng kuryente sa tamang paraan, maayos na pagkonsumo ng tubig, at pagsasagawa ng 5 R's. Refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, and recycle. Tiyak sa simpleng paraan yan, proteksyon, sustainability, at seguridad ng ating kalikasan ay makakamtan.
Ang benepisyaryo ng aming proyekto ay 504 na mag-aaral, 274 na mga magulang, 27 stakeholders, at iba't ibang barangay. Bagamat tayo ay nakakaranas na ng pandemya, patuloy pa rin tayong lalaban para sa ligtas na edukasyon at pangangalaga sa ating kalikasan. Dahil dito patuloy na nagiging maayos, maaliwalas, malinis at ligtas ang ating kapaligiran na siyang daan upang tayo ay ligtas sa banta ng pandemya.
Huwag nating hayaang tudukan ng pandemya ang ating pangangalaga, proteksyon at pagmamahal sa ating inang kalikasan.
Ang komunidad ay kaagapay na rin sa programang ito. Ano pat aming nakamit ang titulong Best Ecological Friendly School sa pangalawang pagkakataon sa bayan ng Batarasa na lalawigan ng Palawan. Muli, ako po si Oliver R. Presnelio, ang ESO Student Leader ng mataas na paaralan ng Southern Batarasa, patuloy na makikibaka para sa proteksyon, pangangalaga at pagmamahal sa ating inang kalikasan.
Kasama ako! Kasama ako!
Kasama ako! Kasama kami!
Kasama kami! Kasama kami! Kasama kami!
Kasama tayong lahat! Protektahan, pangalagaan, at mahalin ang ating inang kalikasan! Lahat sa Southern Batarasa National High School! Mabuhay!
Good day, everyone. I am Evelyn Borrejon Nadado, School Principal 2, currently assigned at Concepcion National High School, clustered with Chain National High School, here in Busuanga District. I am proud to represent the Schools Division of Palawan, the Mimaropa region, in Gawad Siklab YesO School Head Recognition National Level. Project Waste or Work Plan in Advocacy to Save the Earth centers on 3 major activities. The Adapa Street Program in Barangay Concepcion and Chay, where the schools are located, the Project Eco Bricks, and the Mangrove Conservation Advocacy Campaign. Project Eco Bricks helps the solid waste management program of the school, barangay, and finally the municipality. It is used to substitute the use of hollow blocks in constructing soil erosion prevention flower boxes and concrete fence like this. Busuanga, the last shade of paradise. It is where you can find 24 to 28 species of mangroves. 60% of the population of the municipality are fisher folks. Fishing is the primary source of food and income of the local communities. It is the backbone of the economy of the entire municipality. Fish production largely decreases every year. Aside from illegal fishing, which has been controlled over years, the main reason is the denudation and irresponsible exploration of mangrove forests. We know that disasters come unexpectedly. Busuanga is one of the municipalities greatly damaged by Typhoon Yolanda. God, no life was taken because we've been protected by our thick mangrove forests. Aside from being the protecting wall in times of strong typhoon and storm surge, mangrove forests are important because different aquatic species such as fish are dependent on the mangroves for their habitat, protection, and food. Others said, anong connect? Why did you incorporate the 3 different activities in a work plan? Now you know. You must conserve and protect Mother Earth from ridge to reef. Beneficiaries of this project first and foremost are the fishermen. They need not have to go near the boundary of the China Sea and risk their lives in big waves just to catch fish to support their families. At a larger scale, all residents and visitors to Busuanga are beneficiaries of this project because the fish production for food and income from fishing helps alleviate the economy of the entire municipality. Busuanga, the last shade of paradise, must be protected. Everyone's minds, hands, and hearts are needed to attain sustainable development in this very beautiful and peaceful place. Project Waste is guided by a work plan where partners are identified and timelines set. In partnership with the different barangays through Memorandum of Understanding in brochure distribution and mangrove nursery establishment and planting, the C3 Philippines as consultant and advisor, Barangay Bugtong Bantay Gubat as facilitator and guide, we, the educators as knowledge and skill cultivator, we can teach the youth and pass it from today's children and to the next generations to come. Indeed, it will forever be Busuanga, the last shade of paradise.
Welcome to Salvacion Elementary School. Upyakal daw kung numiyong tanan, I am Miss Maria Fedidaho, Bulayan sa Paaralan Coordinator of Salvacion Elementary School, Busuanga District, Division of Palawan, Mimaropa Region. I am here to present to you our Gulayan sa Paaralan project. Ipadayon, yang gurulayan, tong aralan. For so many years, Salvacion Elementary School has been implementing Gulayan sa Paaralan.
But this school year has been a tough year for all of us. This pandemic brought us many challenges. Community lockdown has been implemented. Food supply has been an issue during his time in the community. Some of the school programs and projects were also affected, including the Gulayan sa Paaralan. Despite of all the challenges, we really want to continue our Gulayan sa Paaralan. as what our DepEd Secretary Leonor Magtoles Biones said that education must continue. Hence, the Gulayan sa Paaralan must also continue. And also, we launched this project ipadayon niyang gulayan tong aralan.
This project aims to continue our gulayan sa paaralan through the support of the community and involvement of teachers, parents, local government unit, private sectors, and other stakeholders. To support our nutritionally depressed school children through the distribution of milk, vitamins, and harvested vegetable from gulayan sa paaralan to their home. To help prevent waste disposal problems in our community by encouraging learners and parents to do-it-yourself pots to plant their vegetables, and to strengthen the home and school gardening by encouraging our learners to apply the skills they have learned in school in planting vegetable to their backyard. Fruit vegetables, root vegetables, leafy vegetables, and indigenous vegetables. For our production system, we use different container vegetable and artistry such as for our gardening production, we use trellis and organic materials for fertilizer such as for our pest management, we use different botanical plants to repel insects such as for the product utilization, there is also voluntary involvement of parents, teachers, local government unit, and other stakeholders. We have also linkage with the SIRCA, or the Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Studies in Agriculture. We also have search for best gulayan tong kababalayan.
Thus, we are really committed to strengthen and sustain this very laudable project. Ipadayon yang gurulayan tong araralan. Dakilang salamat, ig ildawan itang tanan.
Congratulations to the national finalists. We are hopeful that you will bag the national spots, but of course, your regional winnings are already more than enough for us. Our recognition for the exemplary performances of the schools is not yet over, as we will now proceed to the recognition of performances of districts, schools, and personnel in the different areas. We will start with the awarding of certificate of recognitions. For the recognition of prompt submission of learners' general average, we recognize the Rojas South District as our sub, uh, the first to submit the learners' general average, followed by Coron Coastal District and Nara del Sur District, as well as the Culion District and Rojas Central District. So let me read to you the contents of the certificate. Okay. Certificate of recognition is awarded to Rojas South District for being the first district to comply promptly and completely with the submission of school general average of grades 6, 10, and 12 for previous school years. Such compliance contributed much to the efficient delivery of services and achievement of these office deliverables. Given on July 27, 2021 at SDO Palawan, Governor Salvador P. Socrates Government Complex, PEO Road, Bangkao, Bangkao, of recognition. Next recognition is the recognition of the support of FB Group of SDO Palawan on SBM best practices. The recognition goes to Gurong Palawenyo Facebook group. Okay, next recognition goes to the conceptualization and design of SDO Palawan school-based management and the SBM Showcase FB page logo. By Sir Dominador C. Lamigo Jr., Head Teacher 1 of Southern Batarasan National High School. Congratulations, sir. Our next recognition is the sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices. These are the schools recognized for the showing of SBM best practices. Um, First is the Culion District. Second is the Ryutuba National High School in Batarasa 2. And also Nara Pilot School in Nara del Norte. Still for in recognition of the sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices, Culion National High School in Culion District, Balala Elementary School in Culion District also, and Rizal District 2. And of course, sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices, Emilio Taha National High School in North Brooks Point, headed by Haji Sandiboy A. Taha, Head Teacher 4. Same recognition goes to Panas Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Nieves C. Ladica, Teacher 3, Teacher in Charge. Same recognition goes to Sarong Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Sir Jovencio M. Prado, Head Teacher 3. The same recognition goes to Gotok Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Mirna O. Malate, Principal 1. And of course, Magtunaw Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Sir Adonel V. Eliasar, Teacher 1, Teacher in Charge. Also recognized for sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices, Paho Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Cheryl B. Kadlaon, Head Teacher 1. Bulalakaw Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Raquel V. Abaca, Principal 1. Taritien Annex Elementary School in Nara del Norte, headed by Ma'am Eden F. Paduga, Head Teacher 3. Carasanan Elementary School in Sofronio, Española, headed by Sir Edwin T. Trino, Head Teacher 1. And of course, Pulot National High School in Sofronio, Española, headed by Sir Edgardo C. Mucha, Principal 3. Still, in recognition of their sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices, Batarasa 1 District headed by PSDS Dr. Edna V. Kabuhat. And Bato-Bato Elementary School in Bataraso 1, headed by Ma'am Ligaya Binadar, Head Teacher 1. Saray Elementary School in Bataraso 1, headed by Ma'am Malu C. Nueva, Head Teacher 1. Same recognition goes to Rogelio Verano Esteban Elementary School in Bataraso 1, headed by Ma'am Telma M. Onarce, Principal 1. And of course, Irene E. Sibullas Memorial Elementary School in Bataraso 1, headed by Ma'am Rebecca A. Mataganas, Head Teacher 1. Also, in recognition of the sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices, Biriran Elementary School in Bataraso 1, headed by Ma'am Salvacion A. Feria, Head Teacher 1. Sarong National High School in Bataraso 1, headed by Isnain P. Sali, Teacher 1, Teacher in Charge. Also, Batarasa National High School in Batarasa 1, headed by Sir Jeremias L. Nunez, Principal 1. Lupak Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Victoria Marie M. Yaparcon, Teacher 3, Teacher in Charge. And Linaw Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Sharon C. Aluyen, Teacher 3, Teacher in Charge. Okay. Another recognition for the sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices, Bono Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Sir Muhammad J. Ismael, Principal 1. Also, Barakan Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Arlene B. Acob, Teacher 2, Teacher in Charge. Barangkas Elementary School, Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Norilyn G. Ferraris, Teacher 1, Teacher in Charge. Batarasa Central School, Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Lorna A. Reyes, Principal 2. And Tarusan Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Annalyn C. Loreno, Principal 1. Okay. Also, sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices, Malihod Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Amante A. Orquesta, Principal 2. Naranara Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Bernadette B. Badua, Principal 1. Tarusan National High School, Batarasa 1, headed by Ma'am Lizelle M. Camanga, Principal 1. Antipuluan Elementary School, Nara del Norte, headed by Ma'am Elenita D. De La Peña, Principal 1. And Taysay Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Sir Muhammad J. Ismael, Principal 1, and Ma'am Eileen V. Casio, Teacher 3, Teacher in Charge. Still, sharing and showcasing of SBM best practices recognition goes to Igang-Igang Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Sir Rani S. Liboon, Head Teacher 3. And Matiag Elementary School in Batarasa 1, headed by Sir Enrico M. Tejada, Principal 2. Same recognition goes to Amando Carlos Lahos National High School in Batarasa 1, headed by Sir Joey G. Sales, Teacher 3, Teacher in Charge. And Princess Orduha National High School in Nara del Sur, headed by Ma'am Joy E. Galgo, Principal 3. Okay, congratulations. Now we proceed to the certificate of recognition of the focal persons in OK sa DepEd. Okay, sa DepEd focal person recognition goes to Nurse Diane Joy Lynn L. Polanco, focal of Northern District. Also, congratulations to Burley G. Ingracia, focal person for Southern District of Schools, Division of Palawan. Congratulations also to Ann Christine C. Cayabo, Tobacco Control Program Focal Person of Schools Division of Palawan. also to Nurse Mary Beth H. Balino for Adolescent Reproductive Health Focal Person of Schools Division of Palawan, and Gisela A. Elisar, National Drug Education Program, Northern District of Schools Division of Palawan. Same certificate of recognition for DepEd focal persons on OK DepEd goes to Feliz Grace G. Tabangay, in-depth Southern District of Schools, Division of Palawan. Jerry T. Tablada, Mental Health Focal Person of SDO Palawan. Vanessa C. Javier, Weekly Iron Folic Acid Supplementation of Schools Division of Palawan. Cheryl F. Ayod, Wash in Schools, Focal Person of Schools Division of Palawan, and Ann Christine C. Cayabo, COVID-19 Focal Person of SDO Palawan. Still in recognition of their services as focal persons in OK sa DepEd, Joy G. Gonzalez, SDHC Focal Person of Rojas, San Vicente, and Araceli District. Telma L. Babera, SDHCP Focal Person of Brooks Point, Batarasa, Balabac, and Sofronia Española Districts. Rosemary M. Paz of SDHCP Focal Person of Taytay, El Nido, and Dumaran Districts. And Divine G. Daganta, SDHCP Focal Person of Coron, Busuanga, Culion, and Linapacan Districts. Still, recognition of the OK sa DepEd focal persons, Richelle V. Quijano, SDHCP focal person of Cuyo, Magsaysay, Agutaya, and Cagayan Silio districts. And Carissa Andrea V. Bartolome, SDHCP focal person of Rizal, Quezon, Nara, and Aborlan districts. Now, to recognize the education facilities certificate of recognition, uh, we we award the certificate of recognition to Ma'am Rowena Magbanwa. She successfully secured the school title of San Jose National High School in Rojas North District, Rojas, Palawan during the school year 2020 and 2021. And of course, in recognition of the most inspiring teachers, as one of the most inspiring teachers of the Philippines batch 2021, I am proud to recognize my co-host, Sir Paterno S. Marquez, for his exemplary achievements as one of the awardees of the most inspiring teachers of the Philippines batch 2021. And the recognition of alternative delivery mode of Open High School program goes to Sir Alden D. Montañez, ADM OHSP Center School Head. For the successful implementation of ADM that unlocks an opportunity to the students at risk of dropping out to complete their junior high school through Open High School program. I will also enumerate all the awardees for the certificate of recognition. Of course, headed by Sir Alden D. Montañez, the OHSP Center School Head, also Ma'am OHSP Center School Head of Santa Teresita National High School, Ma'am Dina B. Matujo of Doris National High School, Ma'am Donami C. Bermudez of New Busuanga National High School, Sir Earl Gringo A. Padul of Sagpangan Elementary School, Ma'am Eden C. Palen of Iraan Sagpangan National High School, Sir Elias B. Talaman of Isugod National High School, and Ma'am Elizabeth C. Pagobo of Nara National High School. So they are the program heads of the ADM OHSP of their respective schools. Okay, another recognition of the ADMOHSP implementation. Ma'am Evelyn A. Dandal of Central Taytay National High School. Ma'am Evelyn B. Nadado of Concepcion National High School. Ma'am Genevieve F. Garzon of Rojas National Comprehensive High School. Ma'am Jessa M. Servano of Santa Teresita National High School. Ma'am Hannah D. Aro of Panitian National High School. Ma'am Hansel L. Raboy of Panitian National High School. Haji Sunny Boy A. Taha of Emilio Taha National High School. And Ma'am Jeneline V. Valdez of Santa Teresita National High School. Congratulations. Also, ADM OHSP Center School Head of Central Taytay National High School, Sir Hob S. Gabinete. Sir Joel B. Bocala of Iraan Sagpangan National High School. Sir Joel N. Golane of Panacan National High School in Nara del Norte District. Sir John Lawrence Joso of Iraan Sagpangan National High School. Sir Jonathan B. Araya of Isla Sombrero National High School. Ma'am Lavilyn S. Talan of Maasin National High School. Sir Lloyd P. Gabinete of Isla Sombrero National High School, and Ma'am Luz Minda D. Giamamos of Malatgao National High School. Also in recognition as ADMOHSP heads or facilitators and also coordinators. First is Ma'am Mariniel S. Perez of Rojas National Comprehensive High School. Ma'am May D. Bukayan of Pulot National High School. Ma'am Merily Francisco of Salvacion National High School. Ma'am Merlita L. Uy of Estrella Village National High School. Ma'am Eileen S. Billones of Punang National High School. Sir Nolly P. Acosta of Nara National High School. Rejev D. Tabi of Emilio Taha National High School. Sir Rogelbert M. Reyes of New Busuanga National High School, and Ma'am Wilma R. Francisco of Iraan Sagpangan National High School. In recognition of the Bayanihan Act 2 partner for basic education allowance program, we also recognize the generosity of allowance fund shop for the free transferring or sending of money for the grantees of Bayanihan Act 2 for basic education allowance program of the Schools Division of Palawan. We also recognize the exemplary performances of the division personnel, especially of the finance division. First, congratulations to Ma'am Chita Umali and staff of the OSDS accounting section. Also, congratulations to Ma'am Luz Biminda Flores and staff, our OSDS budget section, and Ma'am Lisette Corpus and staff of OSDS cash section for the exemplary performance. That's all for our recognition, and congratulations to our awardees. Okay, so we are now in the final part of our meeting. So this is the time that you may now raise if you have additional insights, questions, and suggestions for our regular MANCO meeting. Okay, hearing none. I think all your queries, all your concerns will be addressed by the assigned personnel if you will just message them directly for your concerns. So we will now proceed to the vote of thanks to be given to us by
Ma'am
our
Meli, meron pong
OIC
nag-raise.
Assistant Schools.
Si Ma'am Monte Alto, nag-raise.
Sorry.
Okay, vote of thanks. Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Eileen. A pleasant afternoon to all of you. On behalf of our Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Roger F. Capa, I would like to extend my deepest appreciation to all members of DepEd Palawan family for your utmost support and preparation in the conduct of the Virtual Division ManCom. Also, I would like to extend my thanks to this GOD family headed by Ma'am Felina Padrones for hosting this activity. Thank you, Sir Pat and Ma'am Maylin for facilitating this ManCom. Sa inyo pong lahat, maraming pong salamat. God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Sir Arnie. And we have our Ma'am Rosalie Montialto. Siya po ay nagtataas ng kamay. Any message po, Ma'am Sally?
Hello po, Sir Arnie.
Yes.
Magandang tanghali po. Sir Arnie, ito po ay may kinalaman sa aming OPCRF.
Yes po.
Doon po sa domain number 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Objective number 5. Nakalagay po kasi dito ay 100% of the teachers were recommended for promotion.
Yes, ma'am.
Parang
Ma'am,
mahirap
ano yan?
po. Pwede po bang target?
Okay, sample lang po yan. Sample lang po yung 100%. It's up to the school kung ilan po yung i-recommend nyo. Ano po? It's up to the school po yun.
Halimbawa po, ang target namin ay 5.
Yes. Yan po, 5. Apo, 5.
So kung naka-promote sila, 100% kami.
Yes. Apo, tulad po ng orientation.
So lagyan na lang namin to ng target.
Yes, ma'am. Apo. In-example kayo 100%.
Okay.
Mabigat yan.
Opo. Oo, mahirap po para sa amin yung 100%.
Apo. It's up to the school po, kailan yung target niyo po. Blanco po yun, nilagyan ko lang siya ng ano. Ano, ma'am?
Oo. Salamat, Sir Arnie.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations po.
Thank you po. Congratulations po sa lahat.
Pala yun? Pala yun?
Okay, there you have it. Our regular management committee meeting. May we be filled with wisdom, enthusiasm to continue our task and aspiration to continue growing in our profession. Mamilin, may the Lord also bless us and keep us our family. Okay, stay safe and good day to everyone.